Well, it's not live yet. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live for Thursday Night Football. Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Jets. New York will receive the ball first as the kick is off, and they will return it. And the Jets have some room, and they get out to the 32-yard line to start this game. So the Ravens have deferred to get it in the second half. Y'all let us know in the comment section, who do you have in this game? Who do you have winning this game tonight? What's up, Reason? Talk to me, man.
What's good, man? We were talking before this, but I got I don't know. They got a great defense. I won't take away from when they're healthy. They got a good defense, but I don't know how they're going to contain Lamar tonight. I don't know if Darnold can keep up.
The Jets?
Yeah. I don't think Darnold and that offense can keep up really.
I mean, it may sound crazy, but I legitimately think the Jets will pull out tonight. First down, they get the catch, and they get 4 or 5 yards. I don't know why he ran backwards instead of falling forward. Ridiculous. But people, I know nobody will agree with me, but I legitimately think that the Jets are about to shock the Baltimore Ravens because there always has to be some type of controversy ending the season out.
I think they need to run the ball, and Le'Veon hasn't had a game over 80 yards this year, which is crazy to think about.
So Le'Veon's playing tonight because I know he's doing a lot of bowling.
Yeah,
they hand it off to Le'Veon and he goes forward and gets 0 yards. Back to the line of scrimmage.
The Kalen Ballage first down run, especially.
You Christmas shopping yet? No, not yet, man. I'm broke, man. I got like $12 in my name. How about that? Christmas is expensive, man. LOL. What's up, Insanity EM? I see y'all in the room, man. Y'all can go and hop in here anytime you want to get some of this heat.
You know where this is going. 2 and Tannehill. Here we go.
3rd and 5. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Sam Darnold shotgun, double running backs on both pips. Back to pass. Sam Darnold. He throws incomplete. He had a lot of pressure coming his way. Nothing there.
At least
they're going to be punting the ball early, man.
At least he had his feet planted and he was ready to take a hit.
True that. Insanity said 5 minutes. That's what's up.
Nico says Sam Darnold going to see some ghosts.
Well, we'll see. Last time we were on a Monday night game, that's when he saw the ghosts. We were live commentating that game, man. Here we go. Baltimore is going to fair catch at the 15-yard line. We get to take a look at the Ravens, what many consider high-powered offense. Let's see how high-powered they're going to be tonight, guys. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the room. We got 35 here, only 15 likes. Punch that like button, guys.
This man already has 2,600 yards in the air and over 1,000 yards on the ground. That's crazy.
EM said keep our eyes on Michael Pierce. The Ravens and the Jets, babe. Oh, you forgot it?
Ooh, Hayden Hurst.
All right, they fake the handoff. Lamar out, goes around. Ooh, good hit, but the tight end is just bouncing off of those hits. And it's a first down. You know what I don't understand about any team playing Baltimore?
What?
Why aren't you just sending a linebacker off the line of scrimmage, off the edge in the backfield every time, regardless if he's running or throwing? Just send somebody opposite of the power and just come straight at Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
What's pressing?
I mean, you should at least always have a spy.
If you didn't, I guess I did. I don't remember. Yeah, just a guy that's just like the weak side right now on the right side. Yeah. Should just send somebody just to send them.
It's
Lamar Jackson hands it off. He fakes the handoff. Now he's running to the outside, and he goes 20 yards to a run to the left. See, if you would have had that guy like I was just talking about on that outside, that would have never happened. And even if it would have happened, you would have forced him to cut it inside where all the defenders were.
What a great sell on the play action. Like, he put it in his chest and pulled it back out. It wasn't just laziness.
Yeah.
And it's not just his full-blown speed, TD. It's his acceleration, too. Like, he looks like a gazelle, man. Like, he's gone. He hits that edge, and, like, he's already at game 10. It's crazy.
Yeah. Somebody said you'll leave the tight end open or the middle of the flat. No, not if you man to man everybody and put that extra guy on him.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been there.
And another thing, he's one of the least sacked quarterbacks, right?
Yeah,
So you might even be wise to go ahead and take the two ends and just let him play prevent. I mean, not fully just send the power up the middle and let those guys sit there on the edge so he can't get on the outside. I mean, he's the least sacked quarterback anyway. Nobody's getting there.
you
I
don't think
mean,
he'll chew you up underneath then?
underneath in regards to the
If you,
passes.
yeah, if you just sit in the prevent, because he can sit in the pocket too, right?
Well, I'm not looking at it as so much prevent. You're still going to send that extra guy.
Okay, I see.
You're still gonna require him to throw. The thing is, you're only going to be able to go one high safety. Let
Yeah,
him throw the deep balls within 2 seconds, and then hey, if you man to man, you do what you do.
yeah,
You either get beat or you win the battle.
exactly. Win some, lose some on man to man, basically.
Yeah,
But you are forcing him to beat you in the pocket. But I think
exactly.
he's shown he can do that this year, though. That's what's scary. I think we always talk about the right situation, brother, and I think he's the perfect example. Like,
Yeah, but a part of him beating you in the pocket is faking the handoff, and the
yeah,
linebackers coming up. They come up, and then he's finding an empty guy in the middle of the field. That's how he's beating you in the pocket, just like the Dolphins when I told you the other week. Man to man, send pressure, but contain the ends. And a matter of fact, like say you do send six, like a blitz.
mhm.
When you blitz, take your two defensive ends and come forward 1 foot, get contact, and then back up 1 foot and stay out there. So if he tries to run out on either side, you're there.
There in the fronts, yeah.
It's just a stunt. I mean, I just don't get how they play a guy like this 4-3, 3-4, just straight up.
Yeah.
You have to, I don't understand, man to man across the board. Make it tight. Make it. He has to be 100% accurate on every pass.
Mhm.
That's what I would do.
Did you see that though? They showed his passer rating last year is 82 point. I think it was like 82.9, and this year's up to over 109.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why I'm so impressed with him, TD? Like you actually see someone. He was mad all those guys went in front of him. And you see
Yeah.
someone who took that chip on his shoulder, instead of being a powder, he went and he made himself better and said, you know what, I'm going to show you what you're missing out on. So I also do think, I keep coming back to this, perfect situation.
Yeah, he has a chip on his shoulder, but you see what they did on that play right there? You see how the defensive end stayed home?
Yeah.
Even though he still got outside because the defensive end did take one step inside, they just need to stay. They were able to pursue and give him 1 yard where they gave him 2.
They do it again. I think I'm ahead of you.
Okay, they did it again.
Yeah, both guys.
See, they're putting. You
Yeah.
see, they put 5 guys on the line.
Yeah.
But
And then
again,
both the edge.
they're not man to man.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with the tight end right there if you're man to man.
Yeah.
If you're right there in his face on the line, that doesn't happen. For the life of me, man, team, I don't understand. Some of this stuff is just common sense.
And Hayden Hurst is a high draft pick, so a lot of people think that they're going to miss Andrews, but he was a really good tight end in college, like really, really good. You saw in that first catch, he had these stiff arm the guy and kept going, right? Yeah.
He broke like 3 tackles.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Good hit, but then look at it, breaking tackles.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
They had him stopped in the backfield, but he broke the tackle. Who was that? Mark Ingram?
Yeah.
He's really been the engine this year, man.
He only has like 400 or 500 yard rushing games, though, which is crazy. But I guess when Lamar has 1,000, right?
Yeah, look at the overall, man. He's been an engine because he runs effective enough to where you have to respect it, though, which is going to always allow Lamar to pull it out and go.
So many big injuries, though, on both sides of the ball for the Jets.
See that in a 4-man rush.
Oh,
he an extra blocker on it. I saw that coming. You see the defensive end went. Ooh, he took a hit.
Yeah, he took a pop. Can't take a lot of those, bud.
But you see the defensive end. You see how the defensive end went for the stutter step.
Yeah.
Don't go for the stutter step. If you force them inside, that's what you want.
Yeah.
then your help pursuit defense is on the way. Don't take that stutter step. Matter of fact, he never is going to cut in on that angle
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. If you're gonna sell out outside.
Yeah, these guys are just not playing discipline.
He's so good at selling that play action, though, eh? So when you watch him actually hand the ball off, it looks like a play action just extended.
Touchdown.
Yeah. They got no Mosley. They got no Jamal Adams.
You know what I've noticed so far, and I don't know if this is a trend, but we'll watch it all night. They just always running on the side. If it's going outside, it's always going on the side where the tight ends at the back behind the line of scrimmage. Every single play where they ran on the outside, whether it's Lamar or running back, they always either motioned the tight end on the side that they wanted to run, or they just went with the heavy tight end side.
Well, can't have too many 3-and-outs if you're the Jets.
I know. Well, it'll be a long night for them.
Yeah. They just steamrolled that ball downfield.
Jackson can't be taking hits like that.
No. It's when he starts taking 2, 3, 4 of those a game.
Yeah, if it catches up, that's when he's sore throughout the week.
Yeah.
It hurts to walk.
And you know what, TD? What do you think guys are going to be doing in the playoffs?
Exactly.
That's when remember when the bounty gate for the Saints on Brett Favre was? Perfect example.
But that's what's going to happen in the playoffs when you see defenses line up and they put 5 on the line, but they have the 2 ends and run 3 up the middle power. And they have those 2 ends containing. It's going to give them a different look. And as long as that end can contain and get underneath that tight end, Lamar's not going to be able to get out of that pocket like that.
Do you think they want to see Belichick a second time in the playoffs?
No, nobody does.
But do you think, having already seen them once, it would be one thing if they hadn't seen them yet, right? But they've already played.
Yeah, but you don't want to see Belichick in the playoffs regardless, because that's the thing. He's going to run a new scheme. What people fail to realize, their defense.
Oh, he's going to switch it up.
They always run a whole new scheme that you have never seen. And a matter of fact, every single play that they run gives you one look, but it's actually a totally different one.
Well, they set the blueprint for Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But what they did to Patrick Mahomes early in that game, they'll show 6 guys coming, only 3 would come. They'll show 3 guys coming, but 5 will come. They'll show 5 on the line.
You've never seen. You've never seen.
Yeah, it's and then they'll show guys 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, and when the ball is hiked, they're immediately going forward.
Yeah.
And the safeties are going to the boundaries, and the linebackers are backing out to cover the middle. They're gonna show you anything new. It's always gonna be new. And that's where you find out if your quarterback is that guy or not.
Yeah. Hi, Insanity.
Hi, everybody.
You okay? I know you're not playing in fantasy this week, other than 3rd or 4th place consolation or whatever they do.
The shots come.
First of all, it wouldn't even be 3rd or 4th place consolation.
I got Hayden first right now in the
playing
playoffs.
for 7th or 8th? You playing for 7th or 8th?
Yes, I'm playing for 7th or 8th place. But you know what? It was a learning experience. It was fun. I got to meet a lot of different personalities in the chat section. But listen, at the end of the day, it was a great season. I think I ended up throughout the season, I ended up like 4th, 3rd, or 4th, 3rd, yeah.
3rd, yeah.
But, those are the breaks. You make high DM, you make one bad GM call in the playoffs, and I'm sitting right with you. I mean, it's better than being 20th, right, TD?
What happened?
He said it's better than being 20th, right, TD?
Yeah, but this 20th ranked team beat hers. Ooh.
No, that was actually in the cash.
It's like losing to Cincinnati. It's like losing to Cincinnati.
She got her humble voice going Oh, you think I have a humble voice? Thank you. That means so much to me. I didn't know I had.
Until she talks about how Saban did Najee Harris so dirty, and then it comes off the handle.
No, listen. Listen. At the end of the day, hi, Chef Jew. At the end of the day, I feel like I'll be ready next year. I already know who I'm taking first in the fantasy draft.
Who?
Ryan Tannehill.
I can't tell you that. Ryan Tannehill will never be on my fantasy team ever.
Oh, look at Le'Veon. Look at Le'Veon.
Yeah.
Breaking a big run.
I'm playing the guy that beat you this week, Finsanity.
You're talking about
I got
Anthony.
Anthony
Jim. Shout out to Anthony Jim if you're in here right now. It was fun. He has a pretty interesting squad.
Yeah, he does.
Darnold in the shotgun. They on the Ravens side of the field at the 44-yard line. If they can get more first downs, they looking at some points.
I got Hurst going against them, so I need that Ertz lock.
Ooh, first down. First down. I don't like the throw, but it was a reception.
Let me look at the matchup reason, and I'll let you know what I think. The fact that
Tommy, I see you.
It's crazy. So you're shaking Drake.
So you got the Ravens in this game, right? Finsanity?
Of course. Who doesn't have the Ravens in this game?
Me, I got the Jets.
Who?
I got the Jets.
TD, as a Dolphins fan, I mean, I get it. You probably want the Jets to win for draft positioning, and I understand your logic on that. But if you actually think that the Jets have a chance in this game,
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Okay. Just like I said, Ohio State will win. And everybody said they didn't think so.
I'm right. That game against Clemson is going to be, oh boy.
Ohio State winning it all.
It's the Elite Eight rematch between Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence.
Sam Darnold in the shotgun on.
Isn't that crazy? Y'all taking shots at Elite Eight, but like all the quarterbacks from Elite Eight are like there.
Now I see why. So I'm thinking, why do they have you projected to lose?
Because Cortland Sutton is projected for more than Tate.
Yeah.
And then
hit that like button, guys.
Gold is projected for more than Gonzalez. And for some reason, well, obviously, Philly against Washington is projected for more than Seattle against Carolina.
Yeah.
So he's only projected by like 8 points or something like that.
It is 3rd and 9.
Start, this may sound weird, but why not start Tampa's defense? Because Marvin Jones is out. He's on IR. So that means they only have Galladay and Amendola. Scarborough, I'm going to see you starting him, which I wouldn't. And Tampa Bay's defense just has rare flares. I don't know. That Detroit, it's at Detroit. It's inside of a dome. It might come to play. I mean, they got like, oh my gosh, I forgot how many points they got against the Rams that 1 week. But
isn't their backup quarterback, what is it, Blau or Driscoll, putting up like decent numbers too, though? Like passing the ball, not lighting up the scoreboard, but is he moving the ball?
I got you, Chef Jude.
He's fairly decent.
49-yard field goal is no good. It was short. Was it blocked?
I'm starting because Kyle's looked like they got a fingertip on it, actually. The reason why is because Kyle Allen's been struggling since they went on that little good streak, but McCaffrey's good for like 120 all-purpose yards.
Right.
Some C's 007 said, "What's up, TD? Number 1 Tannehill lover. Why not? He the GOAT."
I think my dad is trying to say that he
know he missed Tannehill.
Lover.
Why he know he missed Tannehill? He trying to front. He know he missed Tannehill. Your dad, he be watching the Tennessee games like, this my quarterback.
He don't watch Tennessee. He's watching Russell Wilson at 4 o'clock. That's who he normally watches. And he watches the Dolphins.
Tannehill. I know he be watching Tannehill.
And he watches Russ or the Texans at 4:25. What?
That's my quarterback.
Oh man, no. Listen, I think either way, just something tells me like Golden Tate's gonna have a big game against us, depending on who the quarterback
I'm
is.
expecting Saquon to have a game.
Listen, I don't know why Eli doesn't utilize him, but that's my only thing. Is like Eli doesn't utilize Golden Tate. So
I know.
if you could go get Slayton, I mean, he's shown the ability just to throw it up to Slayton. But all the rosters like are like if mine wasn't locked, I would release players for you. But
Yeah, you
TD has.
picked up Drew Lock. I was like, what?
I mean, listen, that's because golf is like hit and miss. I mean,
Like, this girl's going hard for the constellation.
yeah, no, I'm not. No, listen. I want everyone to know that I take every opponent in every week seriously. Just because it's for 7th or 8th place, I'm not going to slack. I'm naturally very competitive, even though you guys don't get to see it on here. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put forth the effort. I think I'm projected to lose. So if I lose, you know, but this is what
Somebody
happens
said
when you
TD.
pick up. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Tannehill was second tier.
Why they hating? Somebody said,
Can
TD, do you think Eli should be in the Hall of Fame? My answer is no, but he will be.
Why not?
Because he Hall of Fame quarterback. You got to be just lights out elite. I mean, y'all, I don't know why y'all keep putting Super Bowl in conjunction with Hall of Fame.
I just wanted an explanation for the person.
Is Joe Flacco going to the Super Bowl?
You mean Hall of Fame? No.
Yeah, I mean, Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah, they got a fingertip on that, the pinky.
Look at that, Lamar.
I wouldn't vote for him.
Lamar Jackson, overthrown up the middle.
People want me to put up a sheet. It's gonna happen, trust me.
But you seen that defensive end coming in late? He should have never stopped. He should have kept going originally.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. They should have a dedicated guy going at Lamar Jackson every time. Now you see how they putting 5 on the defensive line now?
Uh-huh.
Look at this. You see how they sent the guy in motion to take the extra guy out of there?
Mm-hmm.
They gotta stay at home. Oh, this is crazy.
Do you play the Fox Sports Pick 6 thing?
Is that the Terry Bradshaw? Get Terry Bradshaw's money? No, but I see it on. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm eligible because Canada.
Oh, you live in Canada?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know you were Canadian.
Yeah.
Turn up.
I live outside Toronto. That's why I go see them on Buffalo a lot, and we actually we own a place in Kissimmee, so I'll drive from Orlando to Miami.
Look at this. Run up the middle or to the right. Up middle. I'm gonna see if I can predict every play accurately. If it's a run. If it's a throw, I don't know. But if it's a run, I'm gonna see if I can predict which direction it's going. 2nd and 8.
I tried to tell everybody Ingram doesn't get enough credit. Just not first ballot. Interesting.
All right, this is an empty backfield. So it's pretty much a quarterback keeper or a pass. All right. Wow. Pass. Nope. Quarterback keeper. Gone.
Eli had a better playoff record than Peyton.
This is ridiculous, man. How you don't keep one guy on this, man? Just sitting there at the linebacker spot. I can predict almost every single play they're going to run based off of the formation. I give you both options they're going to run.
Wow. So, TD, I have a question for you.
Let it ride.
Boom. So, if you could, have any, coaching position on a team, what do you, see yourself as?
Any coaching position.
Yeah, and why?
Touchdown Ravens. Any coaching position that I can have? You mean like college, NFL, or anything?
Yeah, would you be a head coach, a coordinator, or a specialty position coach?
I would be a head coach. because I will want to make sure I coach my coordinators. See, I don't even need to be involved so much in the offense nor the defense. Head coach is just supposed to make sure that he's developing the coordinators. That's what I would be.
How about you, Reason?
Sorry, ask that again.
If you could have any coaching position, like whether it be a head coach, a coordinator, or a specialty position, what do you see yourself doing or as?
They missed the field goal with the Ravens.
Quarterbacks coach.
Quarterbacks coach?
Yeah. Or an offensive coordinator, but quarterback coach first. I'd be one of those guys that moves up.
Ooh, he capping tonight. He is capping tonight.
Who?
He is capping tonight.
Same game.
Listen.
These 007, I ain't gonna lie. Depending on how much he paying me now, I don't mind that either. Depending on how much he paying me.
He must forget the video of you in the gym in the morning. You going to the gym.
Talk about TD will be the head coach and Tua be his quarterback.
Who said that?
Tua will be the field goal holder.
Man, listen.
Tua will be my field goal holder, man.
Ian said water boy. Ian put you as a water boy.
Hey,
wow.
At least I'm in the organization.
You got to start somewhere.
Ain't no shame in my game. Hey, because I know how to move up in any and everything I do. Yep, I do it for free too. Better know it.
Oh gosh, come on, guys.
Y'all can keep hating all y'all want. Tannehill to go, he to go. Just get over it.
Who?
Tannehill to go, man. Tell him to get over it.
Quick question. My dad wanted me to ask you. This is more for your TD sports talk, but he wanted to know: do you think Michael Jordan is the GOAT or is LeBron James the GOAT?
Anybody who have to ask that question.
I swear to God, if you say LeBron over Michael,
anybody that got to ask that question is ridiculous.
I'm not commenting.
And I like LeBron, but I watched
anybody
Michael.
Who had to ask that question.
I watched Michael. Like
the only people who even entertain that question are the people that's under 25 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, no, because
no, man. Should have won.
Listen, because my dad knows how I feel about LeBron, and I said, Dad, if you come on TV Sports Talk, don't be trying to start a LeBron versus MJ.
Hold on. So who are you picking, Finsanity?
Next question.
She's picking LeBron.
I never said that. I just said next question.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Did I say I was picking LeBron?
I know.
You basically telling us.
No, listen, guys.
You're basically telling us that.
Listen, all I'm going to say is that I understand why people see Michael as the GOAT, and I understand why people.
I don't understand why nobody. I don't understand why nobody think LeBron is the GOAT.
The only reason Olajuwon has rings is because he left for 2 years. Like straight up, he would have won 8 in a row.
Here go Ian. Tim Duncan, really?
No, not Tim Duncan. Best big man, you have an argument for sure, but I think prime Shaq dominates that.
She is under 25. Oh, thank you.
Anybody who think LeBron the GOAT, they just need to go watch some more tape.
And I like LeBron. I like LeBron more than Kobe.
Listen, my thing is LeBron. See, here's the difference. People say, well, you can't compare because you can't put them in them eras. But one thing I can tell you, LeBron in the Jordan era, where the flagrant twos now are common fouls back then. Jordan in that era will probably average 45 a night. Easy. LeBron, see, when you hip check a guy like LeBron, his life changes. When you can hip check, do you know what hip checking is?
Yes, I know.
And how you can gain control of the offensive player's body so they can't get that first step on you and drive to the basket and slam it in your face. They can't do that when you're hip checking them because you can recover. Soon as they make their move, push that hip, and then you're still in place. All that stuff. Listen, man. MJ all day. It ain't even a question. Not even a question. Not even a question, man.
TD, there's a question for you from Lakeisha Smith.
What's the question? Where is she?
like somewhere in the middle.
Hold on. Okay, I think
Hopefully,
I
I'm
see
saying
it.
your name right, Lakeisha Smith. Hopefully, if I'm not saying it right, put like the
T,
enunciation of it in the
I
comment
think she
section.
said, TD, did you get a chance to check out the Big O show? Um, he he's a Fins fan and draft Nick. Um, he goes to the Senior Bowl and the NFL Combine every year. He's planning a big weekend in Vegas for the draft. I did look at the show. I think I made. Oh, he fumbled out of bounds. Lucky him. I did check it out. I actually even sent the message, but I didn't get a reply or anything. So, but I did check it out.
Let's see. Someone said LeBron's not top three all time. Chris Foster, who's your top three all time? Then let's just have like a normal, fun conversation.
Someone said
Like,
Kobe is ice veins, but like Jordan
Man,
defined that.
I
Jordan
would I would
defined
put
ice veins.
I would even put Iverson over LeBron.
I don't know about that.
See, yeah, because you're comparing physical stature and,
No, I'm
and
not.
being able to
LeBron,
dominate.
Iverson used to go like 23 for 40 from the field, or like 18 for 40 from the field.
And still put the points up and carried his team
Yeah, I
to
mean,
the finals
40
with
shots.
nobody else. This man carried his team to the finals with
Dude, I watched that.
snow.
Vince Carter,
With
buddy.
snow.
You know how much heat Vince Carter for getting his up here in Toronto. How much heat he got for going and getting that degree at North Carolina, and then playing that game later that night and missing that last shot. Vince Carter got like mad heat. That was the beginning of the end for him up here.
Well, let me ask you, why do people ignore LeBron's like first 8 years in this league? Why do they ignore his first 8 years in the league? When the man when he couldn't get it done whatsoever, he didn't have a shot. People forget that he did not have a shot, and that is factual. He barely could shoot anything past 8 feet. He could not shoot. He was called Brick City. The only thing he could do was be a freight train going to the basket, and that is a fact. That's the only thing the man had in his game was ramming people to the basket. That is it.
so you're telling me an 18-year-old was ramming grown men to the basket?
Yes, I was. That's all he had, though. But hey, we can be proud of him, his physical stature, and how he ran people to the basket in a league where they call like there were games where this man.
Talk about LeBron getting swept.
There were games where he scored more free throw points than regular points. Facts.
Man,
this man had like 16 points on free throws and 12 on shots. 6 shots made, and the most of them was layups.
Yeah, like Jordan never had a bad shooting night.
No, don't sit here and act like bad shooting night. This was LeBron's story in the beginning of his career. This man took more free throws than anybody in the league.
Jordan had to take on the Pistons, okay? Jordan had to take on that stack.
Everyone saying the East is weak. They're all NBA players. Like,
you call for LeBron and they call a foul.
Since when?
Since his young year, early years. And then tell me this: why did he have to finally get over the hump to go to Miami to get over the hump? He finally got over the hump. He had to go to Miami and get with 2 other All-Stars.
Learn to win. He had to go learn
to win. Yeah. That's the term they use. He had to learn to win.
Jordan didn't have to learn to win. He went through the struggles against the Trailblazers, against the Pistons, and that's how he learned to win.
He took his losses like a man, but when it clicked for him, he didn't. Yeah. People you can give him Scottie Pippen and a few good, solid players around him, but come on, Jordan's name was all on every single one of those finals.
Yeah. Man, listen.
I actually give more credit to D Wade.
You guys forget.
I respect D Wade more than LeBron because he had to earn every bit of it.
Do you remember that performance
from high school to the NBA? Of course, he has to go learn. He didn't get it in college. He didn't get that college type of coaching that a lot of these guys get. He had a high school coaching level. And he's still out here coaching.
Insanity.
Before he even thought about coaching.
LeBron apologists were arguing that he was the GOAT 3 years in the league. So I don't want to hear it.
Listen.
They were arguing that this man was the GOAT 3 years in the league.
Here's the thing. And you know what? I'm going to say nothing. The expectations of LeBron coming into this league were so high. Okay. So high set by the media. It was not set by LeBron. So when he was driving around with Hummers and wearing the bling, bling, bling. You feel me? You would go back to those days when there was 3 blings for the people who don't know about the LeBron era when there was bling, bling, bling. You feel me? And people were hating that he was on Sports Illustrated. People were hating that stars were coming to see him in high school. It's not my fault or his fault that they allowed him in when he was 18. So yes, he had to go through some growing pains. He had a high school coaching level. Of course.
I wasn't tripping about his age, but if you come out, you come out. You're a grown man. Nobody care about your age. You still got to line it up. And with that being said,
don't do that.
With that being said, Insanity, he still did his job. He still balled out. He still played well, but that's not make it seem like it was anywhere close to a Jordan level. That's what gets me. For the life of me, this man, most of his points were off of free throws. He couldn't make a shot. The man couldn't make a shot.
Okay.
These are facts.
Okay.
Those are some decent.
So Michael Jordan getting a University of North Carolina basketball education.
Yeah, absolutely.
And LeBron coming in the league with a high school basketball education. That's kind of like when people be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Harvard." Well, I'm from this community college.
LeBron, out of his own mouth, said that he was ready and he was the smart. He was
built like a grown man.
Kevin Durant is a better scorer than LeBron James, but he's not more talented.
It doesn't matter. He know how to put the ball in the basket.
Oh my gosh! You know what?
From day one, by the way. From day one.
I feel like y'all just had these high expectations for LeBron.
I never had high expectations. I knew what came with LeBron was gonna come. I knew it was gonna come. Everybody else were the ones that were shocked, criticized, and I was just like, I mean, what did you expect?
Samuel Sanchez, this room is about
the man. Hold on, the man still can't shoot free throws.
Who?
Talking about Brown.
Don't say who. If you're a fan, you should know that. He probably. I ain't even looking. I bet you. I ain't even looking. I bet you he above 75.
Are you a Lakers? You're a Lakers fan, right, CD?
Man, I'm a Rondo fan.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
which is crazy that Magic Johnson or LeBron, Magic Johnson all day, but which is crazy. Oh my gosh, this man just dropped the touchdown,
corner,
wide open. I've never seen that.
Oh.
Like this is a different level.
He's thinking about celebration first.
Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Wow.
I've
never seen that.
He's got pretty sure hands.
One of your players did that at the Dallas track.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
LeBron is not clutch.
And you know what's crazy, Finsanity? It's crazy that Rajon Rondo is the highest percentage 3-point shooter on the team at 51%. It's crazy.
Wow, Crowder makes that catch.
Touchdown.
Way more contested. Watch.
He better have made up for it. That's ridiculous. I told you them Jets finna win. I hate them, but you know
what?
Look at that.
Insanity. LeBron, not that dude.
Miami Heat, baby, the hell with Rondo. I expect the Heat fan to say that. Now be honest, Heat fans. Didn't Rondo pester the Heat? Didn't y'all just hate Rondo?
No.
I mean, be honest. If you're a Miami Heat fan, you hated Rondo because he was always a thorn in y'all side. You gotta be honest about that.
Yeah, he had one good shooting night against us.
You gotta be honest about that.
One good shooting night.
It wasn't KG killing you. It wasn't Ray. It wasn't Paul. It was Rondo. Every play, his he was attached to it.
He will not win the championship this year, and I'm a Heat fan.
Were you watching the Heat?
Y'all hated that man.
Were you watching the Heat when Alonzo Mourning was around?
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching him for a long time.
I feel like you're trying.
She wasn't watching the Heat. She wasn't watching the Heat until LeBron went there. I can tell you that now, and I don't even know. I already know. See these LeBron fans. Insanity. You cheering for the Lakers this year?
No. The Lakers play. Sure. My dad already asked me. The Lakers play the Heat tomorrow, and I want the Heat to win.
Yep, and I'm gonna be down in Miami.
You want to the game
down there? I don't know if I'm gonna be going. It just depends. Depending on what time we get in that night. I don't think I am because we're probably gonna get in around 9. And the game I think started like 8. Mm-hmm. See, they tell you in the comment section. Yes, Rondo was a pest. I know.
I wasn't bothered by Rondo's antics.
Guys, why won't this Brady to the Dolphins talk die down?
Man, I ain't entertaining that crap. Tannehill, we got a better chance of Tannehill coming back.
I don't know why it's sticking around. It's crazy. Ian says, do we have room for him? So drop that link.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Do we have room for him?
Not EM. There's 3 people in here right now, so we obviously don't have room.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're gonna come in here with that buffoonery talking about LeBron better than Jordan.
I don't want Brady though. I'm good. But yeah, I don't want Brady. But
Oh no.
I don't know why it's sticking around. They keep talking about it.
Do y'all have it? Have y'all thought about that though? Do y'all realize that
Montana.
Tunsil ain't having a great year at all? And I mean, when you look back, we got 2 first rounders in the second. I kept saying 2 first rounders in the 5th, but it was actually 2 firsts in the second.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do people really realize what happened there?
Yeah.
Like say he continued not to play well, right? Do they sign him on a big deal or do they just let him go? They traded 2 firsts in the second for him. What do you do? Like, do you let him walk, but you gave the Dolphins the house?
What is he? Is he 24?
That's hilarious.
Is he 24?
Still young. He's still a good player, man. But I don't think.
And he's had good games.
But they're going to be overpaying?
Yeah, I just think I think he's the only decent piece on that whole offensive line. Like I think it's that bad over there. Yeah, I don't think that offensive line is very good at all. Like I think it's I've said it before on this panel. I think it's a mess. I want to see Deshaun with a solid. Like here's the thing. Let's hypothetically go back to that Brady thing. Let's say that mock draft we just had on that panel happens, and you give him that O line. We already have Devontae. We already have Gesicki, and you know how he loves utilizing catching tight ends. We actually have pieces in place if you take in that mock draft. You know what I mean? And that goes back to Deshaun. That's such a perfect type of mock draft for them because they need so much help.
Man, a lot of people are giving us compliments about our mock drafts. It was one of the best drafts they've seen.
It was good because it identified proper need. I said, we got multiple players that are, we got 2 players that were the best at their position in Badaj and Andrew Thomas. And then we got multiple top 5 players in their position, right? With Josh Jones, etc. And then we got Najee, who's a top 10 at his position. So it was you come away with that. We're not losing as many games next year, that's for sure, no matter who's behind center.
Ravens running to the left or up the middle. Up, running to the right or up the middle. Because the tight end shifted. Yep, to the right. I'm telling y'all, watch I call these plays. Watch this. It's predictive. How do you not see it? What they're doing. Every single play. Predictive.
How many views are we sitting at? We were almost at 4,000 last I checked. On that
video, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
We had when
a
we
run to the left. Watch this. A run to the left or up the middle. To the left. Yep. It's predictive. I don't get it. It's common sense. You can see what they're doing. Whatever side the tight end is behind the line of scrimmage, they either run up the middle or to that side. It's simple. I don't get it. They've done it on every single play in this game so far, unless they threw the ball. But watch, whatever side that the tight end is behind the line of scrimmage, they either go up the middle or they go into that side. How do you not see this every single play? 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson. Same thing. See the tight end to the right. Well, he backed up next to Lamar, so it's a good chance to be handoff to the right. Same thing. This is beyond predictive. I don't get like a defensive coordinator can't notice just a basic thing like this every single play.
Reason. There's a question for you. Vic wants to know, how did you become a Fins fan in Canada?
I was born in '85, and my dad is a Dolphins fan. So I literally have pictures of me as a baby, and my dad holding me in his Merino jersey.
Wow. Look at this. Lamar Jackson shotgun, empty backfield. He either throws or runs. He throws. That's what great about the opinion. The opinion.
What opinion,
I,
Gabby?
I think I'm thinking he means option, but it ain't nothing great about it.
Oh, the
You see
option.
which side they're gonna go every time.
I think Gabby's a female.
Another empty backfield, so it's a quick throw or run the ball. It's a quarterback keeper, which you should have a linebacker in the middle of the field
Oh,
spying on just him,
gotta
and you
throw the
don't. Look at
flag.
this. Lamar Jackson throws it deep.
Flag all day.
Drafted
And you know
Lamar.
he didn't even have to do that.
Shout out to all the 85 babies in here. I'm not one, by the way, people. I'm not one.
Look what Tommy said.
85 80s. Yes.
Reason got free healthcare, so if he has a stroke from watching the Dolphins, he's covered. Yeah, I had to use it because I was a dumb Dolphin fan, and I remember where I was when we passed on Brady Quinn and drafted
Ray.
Ted Ginn. I almost had a heart attack.
Ted Ginn Jr. Ray, other team that nobody's playing it right. Nobody's playing it right, Ray. Nobody playing it right at all. Tight end, touchdown.
Oh, Vic, you're not old. You're just I don't know what phrase to say. I'm trying to think of what. Ray, you're not. I mean,
Just
Vic,
put
you're
guys
not
in the right
old.
spot.
You are just more
You call him and play, but
yearly.
See, on this option, they need to run three. They need to run a big guy in the middle and two guys. So they need to run five guys on the line. They need three tight in the middle. All them runs up the middle, cut that out. Three tight in the middle, cut the runs out up the middle. That's number one. All that pitching and stuff, keep those ends, keep them disciplined. Staying where they need to be. Everybody else man to man. And let's go.
They need a physical. Like there has to be a physical team to stop this offense.
What do I think about Culpepper over Breeze? It set us back. That's all I can really say about that. Don't do the same with Tua is all I'm going to say.
I have to think about that. Culpepper.
Have you ever
And
seen
Breeze.
the Sports Illustrated article where they redid the Saints Sports Illustrated cover when they won, and they did it as the Dolphins, and they went back and they revisited the whole saga and stuff like that. It was pretty disheartening when you actually get to the nitty-gritty of that.
Gotcha. I don't know what happened to
He
Ian.
didn't
He
get
was
the
supposed to
touchdown.
come in.
Wow, what happened? They took the touchdown away,
Looks like it.
and then he didn't get that one either.
These folks got some money on this game, man.
I'm confused. What happened on the last play?
Maybe in illegal formation.
I just saw Lamar running down the line, and then we started talking.
I thought this was the two, but they took the touchdown away.
Yeah, they did. I saw him running down the line and yelling at the ref, and then we had the question. He definitely got them to
Yeah.
jump early.
That about is inside.
Whoever has Mark Ingram, if he's still playing in somebody's draft, in somebody's league is crazy.
Let's talk about it. TD, have you always lived in Dallas, or did you live out in Miami when you were younger?
No, born and raised South Florida, Broward County.
Okay, so did you
And I moved
hear?
to Dallas when I graduated college back in 08.
Okay,
And I
did you?
just moved back, so about 10 years in Dallas.
Okay, I gotcha. So did you hear about the Barry Sanders stuff when it was going on?
Did I hear about what?
About like how in Marino's last year, Barry Sanders, before he retired, he wanted to be traded, and the Dolphins had a trade worked out for him, and the Lions basically said no, and he decided to retire instead of playing for the Lions.
Never knew that.
Oh, it's crazy. You should actually look into it. It's truth. Like it's nuts. It was that close. He would have had Marino and Barry Sanders.
Wow. Hey, if I was the Jets right now, if y'all notice what's happening? All these penalties. If I was the Jets, I'll keep on hitting that guard, just knocking his head off over and over. Offsides. I'll just keep going. They'll stop it eventually. They'll stop eventually. It's just when he come forward, he's supposed to hit him hard. I would literally.
Yeah, these
People,
comments are so hilarious.
people are calling Saban Satan. This is.
Yeah.
Have you seen
What
this?
happened?
People are calling Saban Satan in the comments.
That's why. Yeah. This is crazy, man.
Touchdown. They got it.
Of course. Take out the knee. Let me stop.
LOL, you get the
How are
chat
you?
going, but they.
How conflicted are you as a Dolphins fan and an Alabama fan with Saban?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not conflicted at all. He was not a great NFL coach. He did nothing for us. But what I like about Bama, I like their running game for the most part. Tua kind of like, bursted like out like, whoa, who's this kid? Like comes in against Georgia like, whoa. But Saban is Satan. No, he's not. Let's not be fooled. But he's a very close replica. There we go. He's a very close replica. But I feel like, I like watching Bama for their defense and for their run game. It was never about Saban.
Or Saban. Yeah.
It was never about Saban. It was just that.
He's a good recruiter, though, eh? Like he can recruit really well.
Yes, but listen, when you come in and let kids know, hey, you're going to play on nationally televised games, you're probably going to play for a national championship, and you're probably going to be like a first round prospect just because of the program and the product we put out because we play with other best players in the world or in the country. That's not a hard seller pitch as long as you're not a homer, And then what? He always goes out and get a great wide receivers, and he gets great running backs, and that's why the quarterbacks have never truly blossomed into
trash, man.
because you could just throw it up to a Julio Jones. You feel me? Like, come on, like that would
trash.
You get Calvin Ridley, you get
love Calvin Ridley.
You get all these guys. Amari Cooper, like it was like take your pick. So,
Eventually,
on Tua in the beginning. No, I never hated on Tua. But thank you for your question.
We dropped the link in
Saban's trash, man. Somebody said, TD, are you doing a basketball panel? I'm gonna do it on my all sports channel. I might turn down with the Dallas back to the all sports because my wife got a promotion and she basically focusing on that right now, so it's hard to really do anything outside of that with the family as far as the videos and stuff like that. So I might convert that back to all sports and do all sports and then have a basketball panel as well. So right now you might want to go check out Down with the Dallas, subscribe to it because I may be converting it back because right now the way our family dynamic is, it's hard to make videos for Down with the Dallas. And most of the subscribers over there anyway are sports subscribers. So all right, TD, I'll watch it for sure, man.
Can you drop that link
Talk
for
some basketball. As long as we got people that actually EM. Well, I thought EM he had a curfew. He had to go to bed.
Listen, EM.
TD Heat talk. Maybe they doing good, but I don't know, man.
That's why I tell people like there's Finsanity 5 and then there's my namesake, okay? When I have to like evaluate, my fandomonium goes out the window. So I think people, since you don't get to see the namesake part, like I said, you guys don't know how competitive I am because you guys don't get to see that side of me. But if you guys were to ever see that side of me, you guys would be like, oh, EM is chilling tonight, bro.
Chef said he went to tuck Tua in the bed.
I'm done. Y'all can't be coming at me like this.
Had to read two of his nighttime story.
Guys, do not come at EM like this.
Give him some warm milk.
Listen, All Ian wanted was the
Snuggle him in
best
his
quarterback
boots.
prospect for this team. Am I feisty? Chris Foster, that is an interesting word to use. No, I would say competitive, not feisty. Feisty is just a little bit, I don't know, too attitudinal for what I am. That's all I'm going to say. Too attitudinal. But Ian just wanted the best quarterback prospect for this team. Granted, that quarterback prospect got hurt, so now it's kind of like he put his eggs in one basket. But
He ain't no best prospect. He ain't no
he
best
wanted the.
prospect.
I said he wanted the
That was
best
media
quarterback
driven.
prospect in the
That was
beginning of
media
the
driven.
season for
If
his team.
Tannehill ain't teach y'all something yet, if Tannehill ain't teach you something, the difference between a good situation and a bad situation. Tua is in the best situation in college football when he was playing. That's all it is. If Tannehill ain't finally teach y'all that, that's the number one thing with football when you're evaluating quarterbacks. What situation are they in? That's the number one thing when you evaluate quarterbacks. What type of situation are they in? If Tannehill ain't a prime example of teaching you that, then I don't know what will. Tua, 5-star all around him. I wonder how he would look at Appalachian State.
What you mean?
I'm just curious. I wonder how he'll look.
He would look like the quarterback who drops the ball on the receiver's hand, and it's up to the receiver to catch the ball.
Okay. And you know the sad thing about that insanity, there are a lot of quarterbacks out there doing that, but nobody cares because they're losing because those guys are actually dropping the ball. Those guys are actually incapable of blocking for them. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in this world that nobody knows about. That's the crazy thing about it. And it's sad.
They showed a graphic about some of the top quarterbacks that are in the playoff hunt and how none of them are from like a big school. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. It makes sense.
Somebody said, so TD, with that logic, all quarterbacks are the same. No, sir. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't know what they are until you put them in both scenarios. Great situation, bad situation. How do they thrive? But we grade them. We automatically give a quarterback in a great situation a grade. Just like we gave Nick Foles with Philadelphia Eagles when he won a Super Bowl they had the most loaded team in the NFL. Their depth had depth. And then he goes to Jacksonville. He don't look like the Philadelphia Eagles Nick Foles.
Listen, if anyone did not see what Nick Foles was truly once he left Philly the first time and saw it for what it was, then you're crazy to think he just fits in Philly's system. I mean, what was he with the Rams? He was with the Chiefs.
System too. You're right. System matters too.
So, I mean, how many teams?
The
man wanted to become a preacher and retire, but Andy Reid drew him back in, or Philly, one of them drew him back in. The man was about to convert and be a pastor and be a preacher and retire. But someone said, give it one more shot. Go back to Philly. See what happens.
But what bothers me the most is when a quarterback does go to a perfect situation and he look like an MVP, everybody think they're the best thing in the world. When there's quarterbacks in the non-great situation who are just as good, but you don't know because they're in a terrible situation. And like I said, if Tannehill ain't proof for that right now, because people are like, well, he got a good running game. He got this. Okay, and that elite quarterback y'all keep yelling about got it too. That's what kills me.
So would you pay Tannehill then?
He's gonna get paid.
I'm asking, would you, TD the GM, not TD the fan of Tannehill?
You mean if I was the Tennessee Titans general manager?
If you were the general manager,
I'll be back.
I would absolutely pay Tannehill. I would ask Tannehill. I would say, hey, I want to give you a 5-year, $100 million contract and guarantee the whole thing.
So $20 million per year.
To save money. To save money. I'm only guaranteeing the whole thing to save money and keep Derrick Henry, keep the weapons around him. And because I know what he is with a good team around him. And who's going to turn up 100% guaranteed money even though the years are less? Because having $140 million contract ain't nothing if you're guaranteed 3 years. That's only about $80 million.
How is that ridiculous? He's paying him under what a franchise tag
way under. I'm saving money by doing that. I'm saving I'm saving possibly $10 million per year just to guarantee it.
But when
then I'm gonna go give me a backup like Fitzpatrick and pay him $5 million a year. Just in case it goes wrong and Tannehill get hurt. I still got a fill in the gap quarterback.
He said, but wouldn't pay Mahomes buffoonery. It's the dollar amount, EM. That's what
What do
Ian,
you
we was
mean?
here. We was
What do you
here.
mean? Patrick Mahomes would be getting $100 million in 3 years. I mean, in 2.5 years. What are you talking about? You look at the amount of money I'm talking here. You're crazy if you don't think Tannehill hits the free market. Like no team is going to pay this man $30 million a year. You're lying to yourself. If Tannehill finished the season this strong, if they allow him to hit the free market, you and everybody else know that somebody will pay at least $30 million a year.
Listen,
you
Ian,
know that.
He said he wouldn't pay Mahomes and then cripple the whole franchise and not be able to pay the people that are around him.
That's why I said $20 million a year for Tannehill. 5
I'm talking
years.
about with Mahomes too. With Mahomes, like what's the dollar
I'm not paying
amount?
Mahomes no $35 a year. You see how I'm saving $15 million a year with Tannehill? Who looks better so far this year, Tannehill or Mahomes?
You talking to me?
No, who looks better this year, Tannehill or Mahomes? I didn't say Tannehill was better. I said who looks better this year, Tannehill or Mahomes?
One was injured.
And Tannehill beat Mahomes, by the way, in a shootout.
Tannehill beat the Chiefs defense.
Y'all need to stop that ridiculousness. Talk about Mahomes looks better than Tannehill this year. I never said Mahomes wasn't better, but he does not look better than Tannehill this year. Hey, you know what? I'll play y'all game. The stats don't lie. Every single rating and grade tells you Tannehill is better right now. Period. So I don't know what y'all talking about. See, y'all don't know how to decipher questions.
This is what Ian does.
Better, not who was better.
Name drops and just like bomb.
Max, yeah, you go look at the stats, Max. You go look at the stats. Go look at the go look at the completion percentage. Go look at the PFF ratings. Go look at the quarterback ratings, and you go tell me whose is better. And then you come back and you let us know. Mahomes was the MVP favorite before the injury. What they got to do with anything? He got injured. He ain't the MVP candidate anymore. And like I said, Tannehill beat Mahomes in a shootout. Who took his team down the field on the very last drive of the game? 5 completions in a row for a touchdown. 80-yard drive. Not Derrick Henry running. Tannehill. Gash after gash after gash left Mahomes 23 seconds on the clock in the game. W Titans over the Chiefs.
Why do you let EM do this from the chat section? We understand the money of it, okay? We understand the logic of the money and dispersing that money over time. That's why some contracts are front loaded and some contracts are back loaded, because you have to figure out where to put it so it works in your cap situation. Exactly. Don't let them get you on a rant. If you say you're going to pay Tannehill underneath the franchise tag each year for the next 5 years, then that as a GM, if you can get a player to sign that,
genius.
You're paying him under the average
for a quarterback who's playing at an elite level. That is genius to sign him $20 million a year. People come in here and just name drop and and get your blood pressure up. Man, you were born in '85, okay? You got to stay calm and chill. Drink some herbal tea. I don't drink tea. How do you
not drink tea? It's good for the soul. Green tea. Okay, green. I like green tea. I like black tea. Little red tea every now and then. I do not like chai tea.
Now they want to say Chiefs defense not good, buddy. Okay, I can guarantee you almost everybody Mahomes played defense ain't good either. Listen, I mean, everybody played defenses that ain't good.
I don't care when people say that, because the Chiefs will still go out and beat teams. So when the Chiefs go out and beat teams, is their defense good or not good? No, their offense is just playing better. It's still the same defense out there playing. Exactly. It's about that game came down to who had the ball on the last drive. And that's just how sometimes it works. What team had the ball last? You feel me? And that team just sometimes wins.
That is ridiculous to say that you wouldn't give Tannehill $20 million a year. This man will easily get $30 million a year if he hit free agency with the level of play he's playing right now. And you wouldn't save that kind of money. Man, come on, man.
Let me know when Tannehill beats the Ravens or Pats.
And then they talk about franchise tagging him. They talk about franchise tagging him at $29 million a year. $29 million for the year.
Well, I think they're doing that because they are predicting that they're going to pay big money to Derrick Henry, and I guess it's like a prove it deal. But my thing is like this: for what it's worth, and to me, it's not worth too much because I told you how I feel about Derrick Henry, and everybody knows on the back end of a season, Derrick Henry just runs through everybody's defense because people are banged up, they're hurt more, and it's cold. So who wants to tackle in the cold? It's hard to tackle in the cold. It's uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's 2016 all over again. We've seen this story. You guys know about Star Wars and episodes. We've seen this episode before from Tannehill. Now we get to see what would happen if, I mean, we were all as fans speculative of what if Tannehill would have been there in the playoffs with us? What would he have be in the Steelers? We're like, I guess now if Tennessee makes it, we'll get a glimpse of what may or may not have happened in 2016. But what I'm seeing from Tannehill ain't surprising me. Tannehill's had these spurts before. So for those who think he's going to collapse, that's between you and God. For those who think that he's going to thrive and do well, that's between you and God. It has to play out. That's the only thing you can do. And at the end of the day,
but they gonna keep moving the goalposts for insanity. What did they say when I said Tannehill starting in Tennessee? Oh yeah, finally. What did EM say on the panel? He said, "You know what? I'm glad he playing. Now we get to prove it to you that he gonna fall." Did he not say that first night when I said Tannehill was starting? He said, "You know what?
It sounds like
argue with you anymore.
I can't.
I'm actually glad." He said I'm actually glad he's starting. Now you get to finally get your answer. And I said, okay, Ian, what if that answer is he thrives? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. That's what he said.
Yeah, Vic. The Titans in New England didn't play this year. They played last year, and New England went down there and got their throat crushed in, but I mean, at the end of the day, New England won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, granted. And now he said, send the link. EM, are you off tonight or are you on tonight? EM said, send the link.
And the link in the comment section, man. Is he done rocking Tua to sleep?
There may have been a lullaby or two, but I can neither confirm nor deny a lullaby.
Man, you know what's real, and the crazy thing about Tannehill is the fact that I remember everybody was like, he ain't got good pocket presence. I'm sitting there watching this man in Tennessee, and I'm like, look at his pocket presence, but he also got a pocket. He finally got a pocket. The man finally got a pocket. Look how he stepped up. Look how he veered to the left. Look how he avoided the pressure. This man finally got a pocket.
All right, so I want a fair, clean fight between EM and TD. No hitting below the belts. No talking about each other's mamas. And no buffooneries. You're allowed two buffooneries. Two buffooneries, people.
Look at this man. Tannehill have his moments in Miami. He'll fold eventually. He ain't never folded in Miami. It was the team that folded around him. That's your problem. Huh?
For what it is
team
worth,
always failed around this folded
people, around this you guys know how I feel about Tannehill. You guys know how I feel about him. It is on record that there's a problem with the link, TD. There is a problem with the link. I repeat, a problem.
I'm going to resend it.
The Tennessee Tannehills. No, they're the Tennessee Titans. But I like that, Chris Gomez, because if he does continue to win, they will call him that. You should patent that. So go out and put a patent in for that. So you can sell shirts and merch calling it the Tennessee Tannehills. That's money right there. That's called marketing.
No, they already saying Tannehill Titans.
They're horrible. They're horrible.
This man, Wetson don't get it, man. Say, you know, this guy will fold. He will only fold if the team around him folds. That's the thing about him. If they have a pocket, I've never seen Tannehill fold with a pocket. I've never seen Tannehill fold with a run game. I've never seen it. So don't give me that.
People say on record, I hate the man. I don't hate the man. Listen, if you go on FS1, Google and them talking about Tannehill, and everything that I said, they say verbatim. Everything that I said, every opinion that I echoed, and you can look at the date. So I've said it before they've even said it. So this is what you guys get from me. You get first takes on TD Finch Talk, and go see it. And then if you say I'm a hater, call them a hater. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I don't hate the man.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
don't
why
hate
it's
the
not
man.
letting you join, bro.
I do not hate Tannehill. And I want this to be, I will take a lie detector test to prove that I don't hate Tannehill. I don't hate the man. He's done nothing for me to hate him, to be
Now,
honest.
that's the fairest thing I've heard. Tannehill knees gonna fold. That's a risk. Maybe that, but don't give me all that other stuff. Don't act like this guy ain't skilled.
The man played like a couple games. We crowning TD. I didn't crown him. I didn't crown nobody. Tell him,
Couple
Vincent.
games.
Thank you,
Don't
DM.
give me no couple games. If
But
we could do that with Nick Foles,
no,
wouldn't some
DM.
of y'all talk about bringing Nick Foles to Miami?
I didn't, because I knew what he was when he was what he was, before he was what he was back then, before the Rams
Tannehill
failed.
held ball too long and missed open wide receivers. Let's not act like it was all coaching. Stop, Max. He held the ball too long when we down 2 touchdowns with 6 minutes left in the game trying to make something happen. Every quarterback does that because you can't afford to throw the ball away as much.
God has placed too much love in my heart to
He missed
hate.
wide open receivers. Every quarterback missed wide open receivers. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Who is it? I really feel like Esteban is Esteban, but I'm not sure if that's Esteban. So if it's not Esteban, I don't want to say. Someone said you'd rather have Jay Cutler than Tannehill. You done lost your mind.
Why you not crowning Mahomes, TD? Because I would like to see him in a less fortunate situation and see how he thrives. Is anything wrong with that? Is anything wrong with me seeing Tannehill in a Mahomes in a less fortunate situation, seeing if his play is still at a high level?
Thank you.
That's all it is.
Oh, it is Esteban. Esteban, why are you not on here? You know you're part of the panel too, sitting in these comment sections. First of all, it's kind of like a catch-22. Because if Tannehill does well, it's good for Miami. If Tannehill does bad, it's bad for Miami. You feel me? So.
Oh, we definitely want him to beat Houston. Knock them out of the playoffs.
But see,
he knocked them out of the playoffs. Our draft status look that much better.
Win? That's the question. Can Tannehill play bad and still? I didn't say nothing. And at the end of the day, you
play bad. Hold on. No. What did he say? Can Tannehill play bad and what?
No, I said, is it possible that Tannehill plays bad and Tennessee still beats Houston? I don't foresee that happening.
Not possible. That's no different from Mariota starting 2-4.
Can you guys beat the Giants? Who's the quarterback? And that's sad to say that, but that's just Giants versus Dolphins
in Tennessee. Would he look better than Tannehill? No, because Tannehill's playing the best football in the NFL right now.
Victor Jimenez, who's your team? Just for fun. I mean, since
you'll be making an assumption if you think he'll look better. But that would be a good test. That's what I would like to see. Something like that, because that'll tell you the comparison of a player.
TD does not ignore the fact that Tannehill has Henry. He has mentioned it.
No, do y'all ignore the fact that Henry has Tannehill? Do you know what Henry did in the first? Hold on. Do you know what Henry did in the first 6 games when they went 2-4? Do you know what Derrick Henry did in the first 6 games when they went 2-4? Now they got to respect the accurate passer, which opens up the run lane. Y'all act like it ain't reciprocal. Y'all act like the only person benefiting is Tannehill. Y'all act like Tannehill is benefiting from Derrick Henry solely. Derrick Henry is also benefiting from Tannehill. They were 2-4. Derrick Henry ain't had a single 100-yard rushing game. 2-4. Tannehill comes, he ain't had less than 100. Matter of fact, 160 any given day. So come on, man. Know the facts, man. Know the facts. Why wasn't Derrick Henry doing that in the first 6 games?
It goes back to everybody knows that Derrick Henry is a second half of the season scheduled running back. He never does good in the beginning of the season. Go look at his career stats. He did it last year when he had a 200-yard game against Jacksonville. This is just what he does.
Game number 7 is still the first half of the season. Game number 8 is still the first half of the season. I mean, so at the end of the day, that doesn't matter to me. That's an assumption to me.
Okay. EM said to send the link and to Esteban.
I keep sending the link. You just keep on.
For anyone who thinks that I do not know who Michael Jordan is and his greatness and his legendariness and his just all telling basketball power and nuances and all that, and you're crazy, okay? You're crazy if you think I don't know who MVP is and I don't know how great he is. I've never said Michael Jordan was not great. I've never said that Michael Jordan is probably one of the best shooters and just scorers of the ball of all time. Okay. So, I mean, just because, and I feel like this GOAT thing just comes down to who you like more. Like I said, you guys had Jordan. So you guys had that. You got to see it in real time, real lifetime and all that. I had LeBron. Okay. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't argue with people who thinks Mike's the GOAT, and I don't argue with people or disagree with people who says LeBron's the GOAT. It's just kind of like it's a sign of the times. Like you said, if you're under 25, that's your argument. If you're over, then you might want to go get evaluated. I mean, that's just, how the cookie crumbles. EM says you're doing this on purpose because you don't want this fire. Are y'all from Miami? No, I'm not from Miami.
I keep on posting the link. How Finsanity link work and y'all's don't? It's the same link.
Like, all right. I mean, let me see. Let me check to make sure it's the same link. Yeah, it is the exact same link. EM.
Yeah, he dodging, trying to make it seem like it's technical difficulties. That's all. I mean, bro, it's okay. It's okay if you need to take your time. Put the icy hot on to hips. It's all right, man.
So someone said, thank you, Greer, for passing on Lamar. Fire Greer.
Man, Lamar Jackson wouldn't be Lamar Jackson in Miami.
Exactly.
To see all these people y'all say we passed up on wouldn't have became the people they are today if they was in Miami, man. Why y'all keep y'all I don't know why y'all always do that, man.
I don't think it's working for Esteban either.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what's wrong with the link then. Because I keep sending it if it's not working.
Dang, Finsanity. You're a 3-6 mafia. I don't know what
the ball back. The Ravens punt?
I think so. I don't know what that means.
Oh, he was wide open. Sam Darnold sucks. He was wide open. Sam Darnold be killing this team, man. They could have had plenty of touchdowns already.
I don't know what that means. TD, do you know what it means by you're a 3-6 mafia?
3-6 mafia. Man, Finsanity, what year were you born? 3-6 mafia? You don't know what? Come on now, 3-6 mafia.
I know who the group is, but I don't know what that statement means when someone says I'm a 3-6 mafia. Like, all I know is that none of their songs had any positive female messages in them. So if you're calling me one of those, like, exactly. And I
don't know what he mean when he say that.
Oh, his finals record. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
People ridiculous. Talk about Lamar wouldn't need a good old line to do good. See, now I'm done. All football credibility gone.
Chris, he wouldn't know. One. Two.
If he didn't have a good old line, they'll smash the middle. Ingram wouldn't be able to do nothing.
Try to be somewhat respectful. My parents do watch this and are in the comment section, even though they don't type all the time. So if you have anything to say to me, Finsanity5@gmail.com. It works.
He just gave you the address.
Finsanity5, the number 5, not the word, for all those interested. There you go. At Gmail. Now I know Yahoo. I don't do Yahoo. I don't do that. Darnold stinks.
Intercepted. He threw it right to the this man trash.
You a fool. Juicy J. Project Pat. Yeah, Vic says the link's not working either.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell. I'm sorry, y'all. It must be I don't want to start the stream over. There's something wrong with it then tonight.
Somebody wait, hit up who's DM? Oh my gosh. Try to Chef Juice said he tested the link and got through. Maybe guys like exit out of this and then come back in, or make sure you don't have like certain things running in your background that could interfere with it. Just saying. Oh man, let's see. Yes, Vic. Finsanity5, the number 5 at gmail.com. That's the Addy. Oh, EM tried that. Oh my gosh. I was really looking forward to talking to EM today. I thought today would have been a nice calm chat. It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. Anybody got a Sixers and Boston score for me, real quick?
Boston probably winning.
That's what I said, but who knows these days? Victor, that is a question for the email section portion. The email section portion. Where you at, Insanity? Home. And if you don't know where home is by now, then you haven't been watching long enough. Jersey. Boston's trailing. Thank you, Scott. That's good enough for me.
Is it halftime yet?
Yes, it is halftime.
Lord.
Thank you, DM. Let's see. So T-Day. Have you decided on the December 22nd game yet?
Not yet.
Anthony A.
Does this depend on
To everyone. All personal. Sorry. So, Celtics.
But I'll do that. I'm gonna cut these lights off.
What are my picks for the Super Bowl? Thank you. That is a great question. Well, let me be honest. In the beginning of the season, I had Dallas Chiefs in the beginning of the season, like before the season even started. Now that I am
Titans and who?
Now I have Ravens, and I think I'm gonna go with Saints. Something tells me I kind of like the 49ers, and I saw how they dueled it out, but just something about
y'all really think the Ravens going to the Super Bowl?
You really think Tennessee's going to the Super Bowl? Listen, all they gotta do is win 2 games to get there. I think it's going to be a tough one between them and the Chiefs. I think that's my AFC Championship game right there. That would be a tough game. And if they could pull that out, it just depends how Mahomes is playing. Like if Mahomes comes back like 50 and 5,000, then of course I'm going to take the Chiefs. But until someone can show me that they can stop this run game, because that's what the Ravens is. The Ravens is a run game. Then yeah, I kind of got to roll with them because they'll control the clock. They'll take long drives.
All I know is if Tannehill go to the Super Bowl, anybody say something negative about him getting blocked.
What? Why?
Nope. It's because they the ultimate troll. That man go to the Super Bowl, nobody will have a thing to say. And if they say something, no, that's ultimate. That's the ultimate, just ultimate.
Saints and Chiefs, Weston, I'm with that too. But I do have the Saints coming out the NFC. Like that's what I would say.
So Saints Tennessee rematch, okay? Because they play next week.
They play the Saints. They played in Tennessee, correct?
Yep, but you know that the NFL said something about if Tennessee wins this week and the Bears lose this week, that they would actually consider moving the Tennessee Saints game to the night game. I didn't know they could move a game.
Yeah, they can.
Because it'll be a big game. I had no idea they could move a game, but yeah, they said they would actually switch it to the night game. That would suck for scheduling, like people that bought plane tickets leave that same night and stuff. That would suck.
TD, that's a very interesting question. Do any fans, YouTubers actually live in Miami? Listen, when I lived in Miami for my little stint down there, I did a little stint in Miami. The what I got from the people I was around, that none of them liked them. Nobody liked the Dolphins. I felt like a alien in their home country. So
haters.
Brady to Miami, Mike. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. At that moment, that would be the first time that this team actually made me cry. If Brady came to Miami. Like, can you imagine every Dolphin like fan who's hated Brady all their life having to cheer for that man? Like, it just doesn't feel right. Like, nothing about it. No.
Man, yeah, Mike trolling. You see Mike trolling. Talk about that Brady to Miami. I don't want to hear that crap.
It's rumored, but you can't believe every rumor. That's how
I ain't
bad
gonna
things
lie.
happen.
If Brady come to Miami, I'm being negative all year. Sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna cry every live stream. I'm gonna just be like, Brady
And I
scores a
ain't a negative
touchdown. I'm
person.
gonna see his tears. Just
I am
why?
not a negative person. It wouldn't even feel right. We could be in the Super Bowl and it wouldn't even feel right. I'd be mad.
TD,
I'd be
quick question.
mad. People don't understand that's true. That Brady would be trolling us by coming to us. Brady would be using us to prove a point to Belichick in his own little soap opera. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be, oh my gosh. I would hate that. I would be
TD.
the most negative. Man, I'll be the most negative. Boy, I'm telling you. Nope. I ain't with it.
Is that where you're from, Lakeisha Smith, the Bahamas? Someone asked, did you like Tannehill straight out of college? I did. I did like that. I'm just being honest. When we got Tannehill,
I
liked
never
it.
listen. I knew about him in college, but I never had him as a prospect. I mean, I knew he was on the board, but when we drafted him, I already knew his background and everything. But as far as his skill, that's when I did my research. So it wasn't a pre-draft thing for me. Like, oh, this kid has this, that, this. I just knew of him and knew that he was capable, but never was like, oh, Tannehill. I wasn't raving about him or anything. When we drafted Tannehill, I was like, so we got a guy that we want to try to build into something. And my love for Tannehill only came through appreciating his progression. First year in it, that's why I tell y'all, first year in this league, there were, I mean, if on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy played like a 5, but that was the starting point. I never wrote his ceiling right then and there. I knew he couldn't connect on the deep ball. It was hard to tell a lot of other things because he was always on his behind, getting sacked. Second year, I saw a slight improvement, but it still wasn't on the level that you would like on the deep ball. But I saw other areas of improvement. Let me tell you what made me, what bought me into Tannehill originally. Think about every quarterback we had before Tannehill outside of Pennington. I would never forget watching games on TV. You know how when a quarterback throws the ball, they change the camera view to follow the ball? Every quarterback before Tannehill except Pennington, I actually built a natural cringe. When Pat White threw the ball, it was like, it's like going like you at the top of the roller coaster about to drop. You know that angst feel? Like I built that. All them trash quarterbacks we had created that in me. Every time they threw the ball, I was like, oh my gosh, he was 6 yards short of the receiver. Oh my God, it's a pick. Oh my God, he overthrew him by 40 yards. And Tannehill, when Tannehill first started in this league, I had the same cringe, but he was the quarterback that took it away from me because he was still accurate. He actually knew how to get the ball to you, though. Outside of the deep ball, which he had to improve, he took away my cringe. He took away, and it probably took years off my life because it was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking, man. He healed me. He really did.
He stopped the therapy appointments, TD.
He healed me. Fifth Saturday because them other quarterbacks had me like,
oh man!
Like every time they threw the ball,
I'm not.
It was like I had a pain of what's going to happen with it. It was like if we got a completion, it was the biggest shock relief of the world. Man, y'all don't understand. See, people fail to realize that. People fail to realize how bad all the other quarterbacks were, how bad they were. We want to criticize Tannehill for what he didn't do, but did we forget how bad the other ones were, man?
How many picks did Pat White give us?
They were horrific. Listen, Oh my gosh.
Listen, can I be honest? Can I be honest? There is not because this is not my parents' original house. There is not a remote or a phone that did not meet the wall when the Dolphins were playing back in my old home from my dad just being like, man, we blew that junk. And it was like, I found myself throwing phones and remotes at one point saying, man, we blew that junk. Thank you, Dad, for giving me that. But it was hard. There was a lot of games where it's like, wow, we're up. And it's like, oh, it's the fourth quarter and it's under 2 minutes. And then, oh, yeah, like, all right.
Always found a way, man. Man, we can name all those quarterbacks, man. They were bad. I don't care if you put them in the perfect system. They were bad. Like bad. Like nobody can debate it. It hurt. It hurt to watch it.
Shout out to Orlando Murray. Oh man, listen. Why does no one talk about Brady going to the Lions or to the Titans? Like those, he has a better probably relationship
People
with
Patricia
and Vrabel.
People
like with
mention
Patricia
him
and
going to the
Vrabel.
Titans.
Why are they not talking about that? Just because we need a quarterback doesn't mean we're gonna take the pick of the litter. Like we're just gonna just go get the scrappings from it. Not saying Tom Brady is scrappings because he is not. But why go and get another quarterback on the decline when we can develop a nice young guy? Let's see. Hi, Chris Sharp. It's going well. We're just talking, waiting for the game to start again.
No, I just noticed Quint was back there, but he's gone. He got something else on his screen.
That's a picture. So that's kind of like you can put it in instead of having like the little fake avatar thing for while you're out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Here that said, let me in. So I let him in, but he ain't even there.
Does he Chase Young's name on there and all that? Like. When personally his ceiling is higher.
And Brady can come be a quarterback coach, but I don't want to see that man on the field for the Dolphins, man.
Weston, you would want us to go get Carson Wentz? Is that what you're saying, Weston? Are you saying Weston? Are you saying that Wentz is a better option than Brady? Just asking to clarify some things. Oh man, Dak or Wentz? Oh, there we go. That's why. TD, Dak or Wentz? You better be careful how you enter this.
Yeah, that's a hard one though because I put them the same, man. I don't like neither of them. I don't like neither of those guys.
Why not?
I just don't. They don't. I don't enjoy watching them. There ain't nothing spectacular about it. Dak balls take too long to travel. He's not a bullet type guy to get it there, and everything is like floated to a degree. And I don't like quarterbacks that don't take chances in tight windows when nothing else is there.
Mm-hmm.
I just like for you to try to get it there and then make that spectacular throw. A lot of people don't try to make the spectacular throw anymore. They just throw it away. But the throw can be made if you make it. But I understand how hard it is. So, but the sad thing about it is it masks their deficiencies. A lot of these quarterbacks that are considered really, really good right now, they don't make certain tough throws that can be made in this league. And since they throw it away, people never think twice about like he could have made because a guy was behind him by 1 foot, so he covered. But you can still make that throw if you put it in the perfect spot. That's money. Mm-hmm. And those guys don't do that.
True. Quick question. Ray Barreto. I think I said that right. Barreto. Worst QB? Pat White, Cleo Lemons, or John Beck? Oh my God. How can you grade that? Pat White played one
If you answer that question, it's gonna take years off your life, man. Them were your main cringe quarterbacks. Like every time the ball left their hand. Where's it going?
Pat White got hit once. Listen, thank you guys for that good old laugh because I needed that. Um, wow. Is Flo and Brady tight? Hopefully not. Oh, TD, you sound like you're giving a synopsis on Kirk Cousins.
I am him too. Same thing. He just works with it.
Pat White was too small. TD, you killing me. Okay.
Man. I remember he got lit up on that sideline that one time. I almost sent him flowers.
You remember the stretchers? Oh man,
I remember that. Look at this, man. See, you see what I'm talking about? Double tight end set. Yeah, now I don't know where they going. Up the middle. Like really, watch this game right here, and I want you to look at their formation. It's almost predictable. Literally.
The Dolphins wish they had Dak. Nah, because listen, if you got Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Jarwin or Barwin, whichever one, I keep getting confused, Witten, and you got who else? Randall Cobb, and you can't get the job done. Plus, you got Ezekiel Elliott, and you got one of the highest paid lines, and you can't get it done. What would we do with that? I'm just saying. What would we do with that?
Incomplete.
Horrible. But Victor, I understand your fandemonium and your fanhood. I respect it, but that ain't it. Just ain't it.
But he gonna get his $40 million.
Go ahead and give him his $40 million. Someone deserves it. Not him, but I mean Trev Lawrence. Trev doesn't come out until next year, but I get what y'all saying. Who is your pick and draft for linebacker? Don't act like me saying that. Yeah, Ronnie Grooms asked that. Who is your pick?
I don't want to pick a linebacker in the draft.
Exactly. Like if we do, it's going to be in one of the later rounds. So
I want to prove a free agent. I want to prove him one, man. There's a few positions that I honestly don't like going in the draft for. Linebacker, cornerback, and guards. I mean, I don't like going in the draft for linebackers, cornerbacks, and guards.
Okay. So EM said, talk to me when Tannehill's in the playoffs. EM, you're acting like that's not possible. I mean, it's not likely.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna talk to him when he's in the playoffs, and then when he in the playoffs, talk to me when he beats this team. Then I'm gonna talk to him again. He's gonna talk to me when he win a Super Bowl. Is he gonna keep moving the goalpost anyway? So it don't matter.
Zach Thompson, if he was coming out,
Tannehill would lose more games than he won.
I remember that.
That's what he said. He said, "You know what? I'm glad Tannehill's starting, so we can all put it to rest, and you can see how bad he is." That's what he said.
I don't know why anybody thought Tannehill was going to do bad. He had a running game and a defense.
And I said, this guy got a team in Tennessee. Watch what happens. And he said, I'm glad he's starting so the world can finally finish this Tannehill stuff. Be done with it.
Titans are going to whip the Texans this week. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think it's going to be. That's just
it just depends on the Titans defense because the Texans defense suck anyway. People are like, well, if they beat the Texans, then they something. Texans got a sorry defense as well. So they defense suck too. It's a lot of teams defense that suck. It's only like 6 good defenses in this league. That's what people fail to realize. So when you say, oh, my quarterback beat this defense, it was 1 out of probably every game they played.
Right. And to Lakeisha, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like only 2, like every team only probably like some teams only played probably 2 good defenses this season. Well, he ain't playing nobody. Well, nobody's playing nobody. These defenses suck, especially with these pass interference rules. Defenses suck, man.
Do we miss Jay Ajayi? No, we do not miss a running back with no cartilage in his knees. Also, Lakeisha, yes, Moses is coming out this year in the draft. So Moses will be coming out this year. Yeah. Don't miss him, Vic. Somebody agrees with Vic. Vic's come out.
Insanity. You know what I don't understand, man? What I
What
really don't understand
what don't you
is
understand?
like these great teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to contend against them is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it is. But what's even more ridiculous, what you should be doing to them is what they're doing to you. I mean, literally, Baltimore just puts 6 people on the defensive line. Fill the line, compete at the point of contact. Look at this. They have no less than 5. Remember what I said? 3 in the middle and 2 on the ends?
Mm-hmm.
It's what they're running. And I don't get why other teams don't do this against the other teams. It's simple. For the life of me. They want to run this straight up 4-3 and they getting beat up in the trenches. When you put 5 on the line, you're competing now. You got more one-on-ones. All it takes is one guy to win this battle and they make a play. It's
True.
ridiculous.
Quick question. Someone wants to know, would you start Dak, Cousins, or T Hill in fantasy? Who do they play?
Tannehill, man.
How
That's
many
easy.
playoff? See, this is what I don't like. When people say how many playoff games has Tannehill won, he hasn't played in one. But you're acting like he didn't take our 2016 team to the playoffs. See, this is where I kind of have to be devil's advocate, which I don't like being. Like, you can't ask how many games has he won if he hasn't even been there. Like, that's like asking how many games has a backup quarterback won and he hasn't been in the game to win.
That's Mike Finsanity. He's always
Mike deserves attention because I feel like he needs it. So
he gets
I feel
attention.
Like
we allow him to be, even though he's the most negative fan, we allow him to be here, so he gets all the attention in the world.
Okay, here we go. Finsanity. Can you have both of your safeties be able to play in the box and as a center fielder and in your defensive backfield? Whoa, okay. Because you said both. So I need you to break it down to me. You said, can you have both your safeties be able to play in a box and as a center fielder in your defense or backfield? So are you basically saying, can the free safety and the strong safety be interchangeable? Is that what you're asking me? Like, you kind of got to clear up that question for me.
Okay, more fair to ask how many primetime or late season important games. Who is he talking about? Tannehill?
Yeah.
If he is, then this team sucked on every primetime game. Every primetime game, this team sucked.
There in that Cincinnati game on Halloween. That might be. Was he?
I don't remember. I just know this team as a whole sucked in every.
And listen, and I go back to that. How many primetime games did we have? Like, let's be honest. I think we were getting one Thursday night a year if we were lucky. So like, and then I think we had to play the Bengals every single year on Thursday night. It seemed like it just.
Yeah.
Vic said, "Try the game. Try the link again." Mike, you're an objective fan.
Johnny Cash. I have been a coach for a youth football team. We went undefeated 4 years in a row and won the championship. Got our rings and all.
Fins up. Turn up, Andrew, for that. You said up fins, TD, but we get it. We had 3 last year. If we had 3 last year, let me think. Was one of them against the Patriots? Prime time or I guess impactful games?
Listen, Tannehill gave us the Miami Miracle, baby.
TD, you can't fall back on that. That can't be your fallback. Address the question.
Troll. I don't. I'm just trying to troll people.
Where's Mr. Hawkins?
He taking care of his business.
Oh, in your defense of backfield, okay, can you have your safeties be interchangeable where your free safety can be playing in the box and your strong safety be playing as a center fielder? If they have the talent to do it. If they don't have the talent to do it, then no, you can't. But it would be optimal to have, if you can have that. Which players would you start in your fantasy football team? What players would I start if I could do a dream one this week? Who would I start? TD, you can have that one because I'm still with the fantasy football blues right now.
Tannehill number 1, Derrick Henry number 2. I don't know which receiver to pick because there ain't been great receivers in this league this year, in my opinion.
Go Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton is
balling
out.
Only one. You're right. He the only one.
Evans is hurt. Kind of think wide receivers. Um, Adam Thielen's coming back to play this week, but I don't know how he's going to perform.
Their receiver, hey, Hollywood Brown limping.
What about
Hey, you notice Hollywood Brown limping after that hit?
Kirk has been balling out for Arizona in fantasy. Tyreek Hill, okay. Mike Thomas, okay.
What's the best tight end this year?
Best tight end this year, Andrews. I think statistically, I know he's up there.
Oh, he held him.
I know.
Wow, no hook call.
Thomas or Godwin. Godwin has been balling out, but I feel like now they'll be able to double Godwin because Mike Evans isn't playing. So that would be a great one. AJ Brown is balling, especially if you can get that QB and wide receiver.
AJ Brown ain't balling. He ain't balling. He only balling in the last 7 games.
Well, I'm just saying you said Tannehill was your quarterback, so why not go out and try to get the double points if you put him in your flex? I'm just saying
because Tannehill spread the ball out to everybody, but AJ Brown has
Kittle,
that over.
Kittle is a good tight end. Ray DeVore. Mike Evans is a good one, but he's on IR. I think he's out for the season. I don't know how to. I'm just gonna go with Kingzilla because I'm not going to give. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm thinking of the year we needed to win one out of the 3 games to make the postseason, and we couldn't overcome. Oh, I remember that year. I think we had like the Bills late. We was all sure we was going to beat the Bills.
Don't get me started, man.
Please not. We talk about, again, it's situational. Tennessee is just working for him. Guys, let it play out. I mean, it's what, 3 more games left? 3 more games left. No, 4. 4 more games left. No, 3. 3 or 4. 3.
I hate seeing sorry defenses.
Yes, Anthony Manzano, there's a lot of safeties that
good hit.
Can do that. Delpit showed you he can do that. McKinney showed you he can do that. I mean, the next time we do our fantasy draft, I'll have that list for you. But like I said, it kind of depends like what system you're in and like who the players are, if they're physically built for that. Coming into the NFL, things are a lot faster. So it's easy to get beat. I mean, that was our indictment on Fitzpatrick, right? It looked like he was always getting beat. But when he played at Bama, it looked like he was always, in the right spot. So just kind of how it plays out. TD, okay, Johnny Cash. Mm-hmm. Have you ever? Okay, I'm gonna just read it how I think it should be read. TD, have you ever thought about being a high school coach?
Yeah, I thought about it. I was actually going to be.
I don't think people understand the stress that goes into coaching.
But I decided to move. I decided to move here. I was actually going to be one this season. Actually, I was going to be a high school coach, but I decided to move here. I actually got the certification and everything.
TD.
Remember, I was teaching. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't remember, back in Dallas.
Do the Dolphins run a zone coverage or man-to-man with the cover 3 for the safeties?
Man, 0, man. That's what the Dolphins need to run. 0.
Just send
man-to-man.
Just
make the quarterback make the quarterback throw in 2 seconds with the pressure. You beat us, you beat us. But even if you complete the ball, we're going to be right there to tackle you right away. It sure as hell is a lot better than all this other zone and stuff that people picking us apart, moving down the field, yards after catch. If you notice, every time our defense has played very well, we've run. I mean, it was cover 2 stunts and different stuff like that, but we also were man-to-man bump and run, sending a little bit of pressure.
So Great One DeVore, who has decided not to ever come back since trying to troll us in the beginning of the year for about Kenyon Drake and all that, he says straight man with bums.
Hmm?
I think he's asking
Straight
you if you would
man
run.
with bums. Yeah, but what people fail to realize is this: if you can bring pressure to the quarterback and actually make him throw within 2 seconds, it makes life easier for them bums. The problem is we got these bums out here trying to cover in the open field. But if you're giving the quarterback 2 seconds to throw the ball, it's less they got to worry about. It's so much less that they have to worry about. The pass has to come quick. So, I mean, it's going to happen fast. So, if you're man to man, you bumping, the quarterback got to throw a perfect pass. The route has to be perfect off the bump and run. And even if they complete the pass, you're right there to tackle them right away. And that's what hell, I don't even know why this is arguable. That's what we've been doing. We switched to that in the second half of most games, and we've been lights out. We've been creating turnovers. Quarterbacks haven't been as perfect because the guy doesn't look open, but when they try, they got to be accurate. You have to be accurate on man to man.
Oh, Great One DeVore is coming in 10 minutes. He has to eat his Wendy's. Well, I hope it's nutritious and delicious. Great One DeVore. Someone also had a question for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, are we getting Cooper next year? Heck to the no, to the no, to the heck. Can you take that for what that means?
Like I say, I'd rather the quarterback in Dallas before we get Cooper.
Do you guys see when Cooper's just standing on the sidelines and then comes in like 4 plays later? That doesn't like
yeah. Cooper goes to the sideline too much, like he be tired or hurt.
Right, like ain't nobody got time for that. Especially the way you gotta pay him next year. Ain't nobody got Guys, try not to give me a heart attack tonight.
5 guys on the defensive line of scrimmage every play.
Crazy
and
thing.
I don't understand why teams don't do that to the Ravens.
Why
they
he's from
put
Miami?
5 men.
What does that mean? What does that matter? Because he's from Miami. Is he productive? Is the question. When he's on the field, I mean, there's been games where he's had 1 catch or no catches. Like they're playing him in man, one-on-one man, and he still has 1 or 0 catches. So I can see if they was doubling him all the time. Like, I mean, yeah, geez. Like I would rather have AJ Green before I had Amari Cooper, because at least I know if AJ is healthy, he's going to be on the field. The only way AJ's not playing is if he's like severely injured. But AJ's so injury prone, you probably be just playing him to be in your wide receiving room with these young guys. But
they're running a screen on a 5-man defensive line with the linebackers loading the box.
Look at Anderson. Oh man. This is a crazy game. Gary might have something to do with that.
There's a difference, man, between these young players. Sam Darnold don't know how to audible out of nothing. If he see it, ain't good. Second and 12.
Henry Parrish for winning the Nat Moore Award. Sean,
I believe I'm rooting for Sam Darnold to win games, because I think we might even win out because our component's so trash.
Mm-hmm. Urban Meyer or Nick Saban will be the next Dallas head coach. Congratulations to them. Chris Foster, you believe Amari is better than AJ? Well, I'm going to tell you this. I understand what you're saying and why you would feel that way. But AJ, when AJ was AJ for Cincinnati, he was looked at as one of the potential top 5 or top, wide receivers in this league. They have never, ever, 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 or will ever, ever, ever give Amari that kind of recognition or respect. AJ's just been plagued with injuries, and it's sad. It's just really sad because that young man had a career, coming up for him, even with the Andy Dalton at quarterback.
Lamar Jackson got more passing yards than rushing yards. I mean, more rushing yards than passing yards.
Oh, we all knew that.
You're right, Anthony. He ain't allowed to audible, just like Tannehill. I mean, with Gase. You sure right. I ain't think about that.
Anthony, we did see the rumor about Brady possibly coming to us. It's something that we don't want. But I hope he retires. Brady's one of those guys. He should never play for another team. It just wouldn't look right. It wouldn't feel right. seeing him running down someone else's sideline and screaming. And now you got to hit another team in your lifetime. Like, I'm cool with just like not liking one team in my lifetime. Don't add another one to it. AJ is too injury prone. Yes, I said that. Andy Dalton is a beast. I will say Andy Dalton did have his first playoff win until what was that? Perfect, or was it Pac-Man Jones hit AB for no apparent reason across the middle and took his lights out? No, it was Pac-Man Jones. I remember Pac-Man was trying to troll, saying, if AB doesn't play next week, I'll apologize or something like that. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of a lost season.
Run to the right or up the middle. Face up.
Cincinnati was just plagued with a lot of injuries. You even think about Giovanni Bernard and like how he had like, a potentially great career ahead of him. And then he just kept getting injured all the time. All those knee injuries, so Amari top 5 in receiving yards though. Okay, that's cool. Ask anyone who would put Amari in the top 5 of receivers though. Just saying. If you had to name the top 5 receivers.
TD, when you look at Phillip Rivers, do you see a Hall of Fame quarterback or no in order for him to qualify for? No, you ain't got to win a Super Bowl, but I still don't see a Hall of Fame quarterback because he was one of the main he threw a lot of picks in his time.
But Antonio Gates, he should make it to the Hall, right? TD, do you think Antonio Gates is a Hall of Famer?
Well, absolutely.
How is Deion Waiters suspended again?
No touchdown. Ooh.
Chris, I asked you first, so like you can just drop your 5. Oh, Cooper Parker Preston OMG, who can stop that? I almost said the funniest thing, but I'm not going to say that. But who can stop that? Injuries. That's the only thing that can stop that.
You got to give him that drag.
How would I feel about AB coming to the Fins? No. I understand why. Excuse me. I need some tea. I understand why, but I understand why not. Like, I wouldn't be mad at the fans who wanted it just for his ability, but he just brings too much. Like, if you could get Antonio Brown and not AB, then sure, why not? Because Antonio Brown, before all the fame and all that, was cool. Man. But you can AB and the personality problems and the gimmick brawl.
You don't see how he popping off every day now?
Yeah, okay. So DeAndre, Michael Thomas, Julio, Devontae Adams, and then Cooper. So we're not putting Mike Evans in there. We're not putting this.
AB come with too much baggage right now, man. He tripping. All he had to do is shut his mouth for 4 more days, and he would have had 20 million.
I think listen. Pittsburgh created that monster and then unleashed him to the world once it was.
But 4 days, and you would have had 20-something million. That's just ridiculous.
Thank you guys for keeping me updated with the Sixers and Celtics score. Thank you, Miss Smith or Mrs. Smith. Oh, look at Fig fixing the house.
Hey, everybody.
What's the business, man?
I got that thing going here for Insanity.
What? What is? Oh, the beard?
The beard thing, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Look gray. Old.
Is what kind of tank is that behind you? Saltwater?
That's a saltwater tank, yeah.
Man, is that how big is it? I had a 135.
That's 120.
Well, man, that's nice, man. Beautiful.
He has lots of coral in there, all kinds of good stuff in there.
Yes, man. Trust me, I know the cost behind it, man. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I got a 55. I got a 55 fish only in the man cave, and I've got a 65 in the master bedroom.
Wow, I love it. Actually, I keep thinking about getting back into it. I had an addiction in college, man. I actually, because I went to college in Daytona, and my place I got a 135,
Yeah.
And I literally built it from scratch, ordered everything, got the rocks, the live rocks, the lighting with the moonlight and everything.
Oh yeah.
And had the coral, the live coral. They were growing, they were spreading. All the different type of fish. I had all kind of shrimp in there. It was crazy, man.
Let me see if I get to see some of these fish in here. I don't know if you guys can see some of this.
Oh yeah, we can see it all, man. You got some tangs, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They want to eat.
I see.
Feed me.
Oh, the yellow tang I saw. Do you have I forgot what it's called. Do you have that fish that's like red, blue, orange? It's every different color. It's small. It's like smaller though.
Oh, I have to think about it.
I forgot what it's called. Any peppermint shrimp?
Oh yeah, I got 2 in there.
2 peppermints?
Yeah.
Man.
Wow. As far as
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Guys, Anthony Manzano wants to know in our opinion, when it comes to receivers in NFL history, who was the worst when it came to off the field drama. They gave options like Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, or Antonio Brown. That's kind of like I told y'all my dad was in these comments. Oh my gosh. I told y'all my parents were in here. Y'all didn't believe me.
Yes, no dates unless it's Tannehill.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, Tannehill is a married man, and I'm not into adultery. So
yes, you're correct. I'm saying if he wasn't, I wonder how that'll make your dad's skin boil.
I mean, as a clergyman,
I
would be excommunicated so fast. I don't know.
Wow.
You bring Tannehill to meet me? Yes, the goat.
Hey, yes, the guy I picked on the panel from Alabama. What about him, Najee Harris? I don't know what that means. What's the name? Oh, thank you, Chef Jew.
Say, Finsanity, how you reading the comments same time you're on the panel? You got a different computer set up?
Oh, no. They have a private chat section, and then they have a live comment. If you hit the live comments, it'll give you all the live comments. You just can't type in it.
I see. Okay. All right, gotcha.
Another 5 defensive linemen.
Who are my parents?
Finsanity's mom and dad.
Reverend Cicero and First Lady Cicero. I mean, I'm not going to put out their governments, but
oh my gosh, they are running 5 defensive linemen 1-on-1 for everybody, and all it takes is one person to win their battle. And I don't understand why other teams don't do this. It's that simple.
Would you trade a 4th round pick for Stafford or Dalton? Y'all really trying to give me a heart attack tonight.
As a backup, yeah, I would. I have both of them as a backup.
Listen, guys, I dropped my email. So if you want to go back and ask me questions, you can. But as you see, my dad is being the chat police. So
just tell me 12, Insanity.
Too funny.
I'm 8.
Telling you 12.
I'm 8.
8. So y'all stop, man. Yeah, she 8, man. No creeps allowed.
Anthony, I think AB by far has to be the worst. Hey, Donald's back.
Donald.
But, yeah, AB. I mean, it's just incident after incident. And it's like he doesn't want to get better or try to.
I'm not on the reefer. The reefer. Who says reefer? But no, I'm not on it.
Shout out to your father for being a minister for 55 years. That's dope. That's really awesome.
Hey guys, let me ask you this: when you've got a Fitzpatrick and you've got a Tom out there, how long's Tom been in the league now?
Tom Brady?
Been what? How many years?
I think about 20.
No, it's like 14, right? Tom?
Brady?
Yeah, Brady.
14 years?
I think it's like 14, right? How long's Tom Brady been in the league?
No, it's 18.
In the league 18?
Can you highlight my dad's comment, please? Because
I knew he didn't come in when he was 28.
No,
How old? How many? What, 20 almost?
He's
yeah.
42.
He's 42, 43
Oh my
now.
God! How long's Fitz been in the league?
15 or 16, 15 or
43
16.
years.
So as those two, you know both of them the way they play. Who would you rather have as a quarterback coach?
Ooh.
Knowing the way they play and the way their team is.
Tom Brady.
But that's as a quarterback coach. But who would you rather have as a team coach?
The team coach, neither of them.
Oh, come on. Who would support the team and make the team better?
Tom Brady.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Fitz is a better team player.
I think he's more of a student of the game, though.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You think more?
I mean, everything leads to it. I mean, look what he does all day, every day.
All right, I see what you're saying. I'm thinking Fitz is more of a people person, where you're thinking more of just the football skills. Okay, I got you.
Mind,
okay,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because he knows what defense will stop him. And that's why he knows what to check out of. So he can actually tell you what defense will stop what the other quarterback.
You think he would be good as he was as good as Peyton Manning?
No, Peyton. I really do think Peyton Manning was better. It's just that Tom won more. So that's all people. That's all that matters to people.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the wins. I'm thinking about just the skill and in your head.
Yeah, I think Peyton was better. It would make you want to say maybe not as athletic, but hold on, we're talking about Brady, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So,
okay. Just a question I wanted to ask.
I just hate what Peyton gave at the very end. It was just sad to see he couldn't throw past 40 yards, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
You want to see him be able to at least throw a 55, 60-yard ball on his way out, but it just seemed like it was a charity. But hey, still won one at that time, so.
TD.
You're right.
True.
TD.
Yes, ma'am.
If this is my last stream with you guys, at least it was a fun one. You see what Dad's
happened?
What happened?
Look at my Dad's comment.
He said you can't stream anymore. Unless
no. He had to shut down the internet yet. So
you're looking for love in all the wrong places. By all means, T007, you got the wrench, right?
As long as you got a wrench, you can do it.
You got the wrench.
That's right.
You defend yours. You do what you got to do. You defend yours. You got the full authority to defend yours. You got the wrench. You got the power. Do what you got to do. Hey, hold on. First off, well, after this point, they've been warned now. We'll put it like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like you guys have my email address. I mean, I may or may not ignore you, but that's between you and God. Just
yes, at this point, the wrench will be used. And don't be emailing me saying Insanity 5's dad blocked me, because there ain't nothing I can do about it. You know, nothing I can do about it. It trumps.
You have been warned.
Oh man.
Hey, all I know, look, TD, I got a question for you.
This is trash, bro. The Jets are the worst team ever. Go ahead.
TD, I got a question for you, and I got one for Finn Sandy.
Oh Lord, this is bad.
No, it's not.
Right.
No, it's not. This is always an educational concept of always learning here on TD Fans Talk. All right, TD, first for you. Do you now have a man crush for Derek Brown, the defensive tackle out of Auburn, after watching him against Alabama?
No, I don't have a man crush, but I really love him.
I'm telling you.
It's just one thing I'll tell you about defensive tackles. I mean, when they hold up in college the way like he is, it's always a beautiful thing. But it's always that next level. I never can fall in love with a defensive tackle until I see him pushing these elite offense, these elite centers and guards. So it's hard for me to write them off for the official.
Yes, this one is a special one, so just keep an eye on this one. That's one. Because I'm with you. Chase Young should be the Dolphins' target. That's number one. We got to build these trenches. We got to. Now, Finsanity, I was relaying with you on the chat concerning the deal with Jordan and LeBron. All I can say is Jordan got him hands down right now. I'm sorry, because if you would have been in that era, if LeBron would have been in that era, I think about some of the power forwards like Worthy. I think about Charles Oakley. I think about Tim Duncan. All of those guys were physical. And I mean, I'm telling you, if LeBron would have played in that era, he would have been toast. He is nowhere in the world he would have been able to deal with that physicality. And those guys, they were getting flagrant twos, what we call flagrant twos now. That was just that was just a little foul.
You said same thing. You said same thing about Marino. When if he played today with the protection they've given these quarterbacks,
oh my goodness,
he would have been balling.
Yeah,
7,000 a season.
So I just have a question because you said you had a question for me. That was more of a comment. What is your question, sir?
All right. Well, my question is going to go back to football.
Okay.
Now, as far as the running back, you said you wanted to take the running back out of Alabama as far as for Miami.
Yes, sir.
All right. If he becomes available instead of in the third round, at the fourth round, would you forego him third round? Because we only got one pick in the third round, but we got 2 4s in the fourth round.
You know that yet? Are you sure? Compensatory. Hold on. You sure we got 2 4s? You're guaranteed the compensatories are going to come through to be 2 4s?
Yes.
Because right now we have no 4th round draft picks.
Well, right now, what's projected right now, the fourth is 2 4s that we are being looked at. The one for Jawan James and also the one for Tannehill.
Okay.
Tannehill trade.
Well, Tannehill might be better.
Yeah.
I thought it goes off of your performance.
Right.
It goes off of your performance too, they consider. And his might be, I don't know, we might get a really good one.
Right.
Mr. Donald, to answer your amazing question, I'm always for because I mean, like I said, this running back draft class is deep. So yes, I would wait. Just as long as we can get somebody to run between the tackles to help Rosen out with play action and all that. But I'm like, just like our draft panned out, we build up the offensive line. So if we do that, I would expect Gaskins or Layer to be able to run through that. Hopefully, I would pray we're going to put all those picks into it. Or even Ballard if he comes back, even though statistically he's had the worst running back year by any running backs ever.
Yes, I know.
So, don't do this because at the end of the day, we understand where you want to be. But I mean, if we don't get Tua to appease my,
I was gonna say you said Rosen. You said Rosen there. So you think Rosen may?
I don't see why not, and I don't understand why people don't see why not. It's not like you don't like if Rosen stinks it up. You got to pick a Fields or Lawrence if God willing none of them get hurt. But if we truly believe that this coaching staff has the ability to develop talent, hopefully that's what they've been doing all this time ever since Rosen has, been sad. I mean, I don't think they brought him in all this time. I mean, granted, we haven't seen the product on the field, so we all are blind. So we don't know what Rosen is going to be or what he's not going to be. If this coaching staff goes into the draft and they draft someone high, then we know. Yes. Okay. But if they don't and they sit and they like we do build up the offensive line, get some defensive players up in here, and we'll see with free agency what they do along those lines, then we'll have our answer. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know until we know because they haven't let us see him ever since he's been benched.
Right.
And they've been very new about everything. It's just, he's getting better every day. I see improvement and all that, but they've never given us a surefire answer of, next year Rosen will be our starter. So
all right, so you go in next year with either a Tua, you go in with a Burrow, you go in with a Fitzpatrick, you go in with Rosen. So you get one of those two guys, you get Burrows or Tua. So what do you start? You want to win next year, at least get the playoffs. Don't have to win a Super Bowl, at least get the playoffs. Who do you start out of those three?
Rosen.
Out of what three?
Out of Tua or Burrow, depending on which one you get, or Rosen or Fitzpatrick. Yeah,
Rosen.
That's
okay.
tough.
Well, here's the thing: Tua has to sit and
he's going to sit anyway. Right.
So,
right.
I mean, if you get Tua, he has to sit and get healthy. I don't want Tua.
Who do you say if we start Tua? If we get Tua, who do you start?
Whoever wins out in training camp.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Whoever
But
wins out.
that's the what people got to realize.
Okay.
That's going to be the scenario no matter what. It doesn't matter who we get, whoever wins in training camp. It doesn't matter if they're first
That's
pick.
true with
This
Flo.
coaching
Yeah.
staff don't care about that.
Right.
It's who's going to give us the best option to win. I don't care if you the first overall pick and we bring in Pat White. If he playing better than you in camp and give us the best chance, Pat White starting.
So after Fitz and what he's done, and you compare a Rosen who maybe hopefully gets better, or you get a young rookie, Fitz is still going to have the skill and the knowledge to start.
Well, here's the thing. Fitz gets his ace back next year, right? He gets Preston back. Okay. So, I mean, that's his security blanket. We all know that for a fact that Preston, when it comes down to it, he'll try to throw it up or throw it down to Preston, depending on whatever they've got going on in their mind at the time. But
if they keep Fitz.
Ian wants to link TD because I guess we're talking about quarterbacks this whole time.
Two of us have went to bed.
Like I said, it's just about who wins out. I want who's best for this team on the field. So, I mean, granted, I've been bumping up Rosen, as being our starter next year this whole time. People will quote me on it. Great One DeVore will come on here and question me about it. I know if Rosen doesn't start, at the end of the day, whatever it takes to make this team competitive, that's what I'm for. If Rosen doesn't, win it out, it's not like we didn't give him a chance. We gave him all this time to sit down, learn the offense, learn the scheme, learn the verbiage, learn how to audible, different variations of the play. Hopefully they're showing him how to read defenses and how to use motions to read defenses to see if they're in a man or a zone. How to, hopefully have a better voice inflection or a better cadence or snap count. You feel me? So all these things, I'm hoping that they're building up with this young man so that he can next year go in and compete at his highest level. Because if they don't do that, then that's an indictment on Rosen not preparing himself, but it's also an indictment on this coaching staff for not having him prepared. You understand what I'm saying?
There will be no indictment on this coaching staff in regards to Rosen.
Yes.
There won't. There will be no indictment. No matter how Rosen turns out, there will be zero indictment on this coaching staff.
When I say indictment on this coaching staff, what I'm saying is that I'm not saying like, boom, we have to look down on them. What I'm saying is that like, well, what did you guys miss? Like, was there an area where you could have worked him a little bit harder or he could have been a little bit better? Why is he not prepared? Why is he not ready? I'm saying if he's not ready.
They're just going to say he didn't have what it took.
But I said it was an indictment on Rosen first, correct? But you kind of have like I don't know who this kid is. I mean, only Mr. Ballgame, knows him intellectually on a deeper level. But if you don't want to go out and get it, this coaching staff should see that. That's where the indictment is. If he hasn't shown you that and you keep him here, then I'm going to be like, well, why is he here?
Right.
Well, it's not, you make it.
It has to be there. You have to see that click. You have to see that competitiveness. You have to see him getting it. And if you don't see him getting it, bye, dump him. Or I mean, ready. You might be saving caps and go ahead and like we'll see. But
well, you make a good point, Insanity. However, I will say this: if you looked at Rosen's last 5 passes before they benched him and took him out, 3 of them were drops.
Exactly, yeah.
3 were drops. 1 was a deep ball, and I think that sold them on Rosen right then and there because it was a 50-yarder that was spot on. Only the receiver could catch it. It didn't get caught, but they saw enough to know we need to get this young man the time he needs. Rosen had a disadvantage. Rosen came in 3 weeks after everybody came into training camp, got a brand new playbook, and was expected to go in and compete. I knew that was an unfair mismatch from the get-go. Anytime Fitzmagic even said that it took him a while to get it and understand it. So I think right now, Josh Rosen will be the Dolphins franchise QB. I'm going on a limb to say it. I believe given the time to understand what he has to do, the only thing that I'm concerned about him as a QB is his anticipation.
Okay,
he does at times he's waiting for the receiver to get open, And this is the NFL. You cannot wait for the receiver to get open. You got to put the ball where it needs to be in order for the receiver to make a play. And this is what he has to do and trust his receivers. I believe that if he's given the time to work with that receiving core enough, especially in the off season and in training camp, we will see that chemistry begin to come out and translate on the field.
Donovan, I think he needs to get that second. He needs to get that second nature. He needs to get that mind working fast.
He does. But
Yeah.
I also keep in mind that, look, y'all, Josh Rosen has only been in the league 2.5 years. And to me, this is better than any rookie coming out of college anywhere. He has that ability. He's young enough, but he's also old enough and has NFL experience, at least 2 years worth. But his situation has not been ideal. I say give the man an opportunity. If he can't go in the training camp this off season in 2020 and take the bull by the horns and flat out win it, then this is when we need to consider, hey, look, is he going to be a starting quarterback, or is he going to be a career backup?
Hold on one second. TD, highlight Daniel Taylor's comment real quick before it goes off the screen. I want to give you time to finish, but I want to address his comment. It's at the top, like it's about to disappear real quick. So I want to address that, but I don't want to lose it in my mind. Absolutely.
Great one.
Daniel Taylor?
Yeah, Daniel Taylor. Talking about, okay. Indictment on Josh Rosen. With this in mind, if he had a Pro Bowl quarterback on the Miami Dolphins, this so-called indictment discussion wouldn't be happening. Daniel Taylor, I said this within mind. I said that he's had all this time to learn all this stuff, to hopefully try to develop all this stuff. If he doesn't get it, that is an indictment.
What is he saying?
Because when I was saying it was an indictment on Rosen, he's saying an indictment on Rosen. He basically, when I said that if Rosen doesn't come in prepared next year to compete at his highest level, at his own personal highest level, then that would be an indictment on him. I don't.
But he's basically saying Rosen ain't a Pro Bowl quarterback.
I guess he's saying. I mean, if you're a Pro Bowl quarterback, you've proven something, right? Rosen hasn't proven anything yet.
Yeah, I mean,
he's talking about to
do it. What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Fitz-Sanity. He's talking about Tannehill right now. That's what we're talking about. As far as the Pro Bowl,
he might as well be because that's what's crazy.
Well, no.
Let me ask you this: if Tannehill keep playing like this, will he go to the Pro Bowl?
Thank you, Dad, for the score update.
If Tannehill keep playing like this, will he go to the Pro Bowl?
If he get enough votes.
It's gonna be more than enough votes because I don't see nobody else in the AFC except for Lamar Jackson that can overtake it.
It's enough. What can I say? Listen, I don't vote. I don't have a say in this. I mean, I know they allow the fans to have a percentage, but I don't go out my way to vote for anyone to go to the Pro Bowl or not because normally my players aren't going to get in regardless.
You better vote for Zach Thomas.
That's for the Hall of Fame, not the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. That's mine. Just making sure I remind everybody.
But Daniel Taylor, I kind of get what you're trying to say, but I feel like you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm basically saying is that they benched him and they hopefully have been giving him time to get this offense like so embedded in himself that he eats, sleeps, and lives it. That he dreams about these plays in his head. Like they should have drilled this into him so much that even if we bring in a rookie quarterback, that rookie quarterback shouldn't be able to get it as well as him, as good as him. The only person who should be able to compete with the knowledge and the verbiage and the understanding of this offense should be Ryan Fitzpatrick if he's here next year. You've been given all these weeks, all these times, all these months. You're still going to have a mini camp. You're still going to have, all your off-season workouts. You're going to have training camp. You have to go out and win this. It is yours. The Dolphins have given you time. They said, you know what? We're not going to sit here and let you get hit, get hurt, or look crazy out here. We're going to give you time. We can't hear you, Great One DeVore. But We've given you time. It is for you to go out here and take it. And they're going to give you a fair, open quarterback competition. Go out and do it. So you can put to rest everyone who's for you and everyone who's against you. But if you go out there and you do not look the part and you do not look like you belong out there on that field, woe unto you, because it's not like you haven't been in that quarterback room. It's not like you haven't, been there learning, getting coached up all this time. I can see if he was hurt and he couldn't be out there doing drills or participating in physical activities. But by golly me, you're going to have Preston back. You might have Devontae back. We don't know who your slot corner is going to be. It might be Isaiah Ford because then I'm re-signing the man. Hopefully they're going to get you an offensive line. Hopefully they get you a running game. And hopefully this defense looks something resemblance of an NFL defense. And if you cannot go out, granted you got a hard schedule next year, and I'm not going to say go out there and go, but you better look competitive out there. You better look like you belong out there. Simple as that. Because if you don't, guess what? People are going to read you for filth because of it. Because not too many quarterbacks, especially first-round quarterbacks, are given 2 chances. I get it. It's a new system on that. You got a year to learn this system. You got a year to sit, go out there and do it. Simple
Unless
as
your
that.
name Alex Smith.
Next comment. How long is this Brady waiting in the wing before Bledsoe went down? That's a good question. I don't care about Patriots knowledge, but
Hey,
Only way to let me talk is it through the crappy computer. Oh well.
Great one. We hear you now.
I was trying to talk in high def, but I guess I'll just use the regular crappy computer audio.
yes,
Anthony,
great one.
Anthony, I wouldn't. Jacob Eason isn't a first round quarterback, and I really wouldn't entertain him at all. To be honest with you, I think he might return to Washington too. Don't be surprised.
I'm with you. Reason that I'm not sold on Jacob Eason. He has a lot of growing to do, and right now I think the quarterbacks that are out there that are worth investing and taking a look at this particular time. I wouldn't even be surprised if Tua went back. That's just me. But
Went back where?
go back to Bama because he's not.
I'll tell you right now,
graduated.
Jordan Love is better than Josh Rosen.
Yes. You think Jordan Love is better than Josh Rosen right now?
Yeah, I actually think Jacob Eason. The reason why I want to stay away from him is I see a lot of similarities between him and Josh Rosen. Big arm. The only thing is, I will give Eason. Eason is deadlier accurate when you get to intermediate and deeper stuff than Josh Rosen ever was. Because a lot of people forget Josh Rosen's best completion percentage in college was 62%.
Wow, look at that touchdown.
So, he wasn't putting up, his last season, at UCLA, 62%, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I mean, Josh Rosen wasn't blowing doors off. So
no, but I
forget that.
Yeah, that's true, Reason. But I will say this: the Pac-10 was a lot tougher. Our Pac-12 is a lot tougher then than it is now. And so when you had your USCs and your Stanfords, as well as your Oregons, and also your Washingtons, in which you had to play against, the competition was a lot better. Right now, oh no, that's not even the case. So, like I said, that
was only like 3 or 4 years ago. USC wasn't that. USC was dominant like 10 years ago when Spurrier and stuff was there. So, I think Oregon's the only one you could make a case for because they've always had a quality O-line. But again, you got another quarterback behind their center with so many freaking question marks, big arm, prototypical size, I'll say this: at least Rosen was more consistent than Herbert was in college.
Yes,
Herbert screams inconsistent.
Yes,
I don't know. Everyone, to me, everyone after Tua and Burrow is a project, but Jordan Love is the lesser of the projects because he's so physically gifted.
Right. I agree with that. Now, I definitely agree with that.
And you want to talk about a guy suffering with nothing around him? Go look at what he played with at Utah State. Nothing.
True.
So.
Well, I tell you what, I also like my man, the quarterback out of Texas too. He's
Sam Ellinger.
Ellinger. Yes, I like Ellinger. He would be a good project to work with
I
as
like Jamie
well.
Newman. I like Jamie Newman from Wake
Listen.
Forest. If I'm going project like that,
Mm-hmm.
All this quarterback talking, I miss my quarterback, man.
you gotta let it go, brother. It's over.
Yeah.
I miss my
time.
quarterback, man.
It's time. You can wear the jersey because you own it, but it's time to move on, brother.
I kind of understand what you think about Ellinger because he's always been talked, but listen, he's always played himself out of the top 25, which is very sad.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not even.
If we're
Not
gonna
even.
have Colin Johnson, a 6'6" wide receiver, and not utilize him, like what?
He's
what
not
do
even
you
in my top
do?
10.
Impressive. Yeah.
TD,
I
where'd
like-
you go? I can't see you.
I like Kellen Mond from Texas A&M. But
Yes.
Yes, I like
Mhm.
him too. But he's not.
I think Anthony Gordon. Everyone loves Anthony Gordon, but just because of the yards he's putting up.
So,
Fitz ain't our quarterback. Fitz a guy who filling in a spot.
You know what? If we draft a quarterback, can I be honest with you? If we draft a quarterback, I don't think there's a better mentor.
oh yeah, what?
Man, ain't no better mentor.
You know what?
All in on
Even-
Flores.
Tannehill don't want a mentor.
Because he want to ball out.
Matt Moore's a
Who's
better
my
mentor than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch that his
Wow.
playoff game against the Steelers.
Right.
and be like, "Oh, I listen to you."
Okay, Nick likes Joe Burrow. That's cool.
Yeah, I like Joe
Yeah.
Burrow a lot. You know, like I think Mel Kiper's kind of an idiot, but I was watching him talk about Joe Burrow today, and he's right. He was kind of echoing what I've been saying. This is his only
His only season.
only good year where he's popped off the chart. I mean, he was like a 5th rounder coming into the season.
Right.
Question. Can I ask a question real fast?
Yes.
Yeah, Tannehill is great.
Why are we talking about Tua if he's hurt? Isn't this kind of like why are we talking about damaged goods? That's what I don't understand.
He's still going in the top 10. He's still going in the top 10. That's why.
He's damaged goods. If he can't play, he can't play.
They still say he's going to go in top 10.
He's gonna
Damaged
miss.
goods.
He's gonna miss.
Damaged goods.
Okay,
And
he's gonna
whoever
miss a
take him
season.
would be crazy.
He's gonna miss one season, and if we draft a quarterback anyways, I don't want them starting first season at least.
So
Didi, Colin LaRoche was becoming.
I already know how Ian feels about this, but you're willing to put all your balls in a basket for Tua,
Hey,
even though he's not gonna play this year.
I don't want anyone to play
What
this
you
year.
say,
if we draft a
Sandy?
quarterback.
Colin LaRoche.
I don't care how healthy they are.
Oh,
We're not ready. We're not ready to start someone. Why you want to draft someone high and throw them to the Wolves and ruin them? We're not the Cleveland Browns. Play it right.
No, come on, Chris.
hey guys, I'm gonna rotate some of you in and out. Let's see, hold on.
TD, you can rotate me out. I'm good for guys. I just appreciate being on here, guys.
Nice seeing you
Enjoy
again,
you.
Vic.
Are you sure?
Enjoy
Vic?
you guys.
All right, Vic.
Cheers,
Thanks, buddy.
baby.
See you guys.
All righty.
I miss my quarterback.
All right, T.O.
Exactly. I feel
Colin, you
like
were
T.O.
live. Look at the hat.
Oh, look at that.
Colin always lied. Colin, I need
Oh
to tell
no,
you,
that's a
man.
Jarvis Landry jersey. Get it off. Get it off.
Hey, hold up.
Does anyone have any
Ten-
current player jerseys?
Hey,
Okay.
good boy. He got a Rosen. He got a Rosen. He
Tannehill
already
need
know
that
what's
guy,
good.
man.
That's a Brent Grimes.
Yes.
sir.
There
Yes.
you go.
Ooh, that's a nice one. I
Oh.
like that Grimes jersey.
Go back to my quarterback. Go
He
back
got
to my
Lamar
quarterback.
Miller in there.
Maybe let it go.
Go back to
We
my
gotta just
quarterback.
watch Frozen or something. Let it go.
Preemptive on the Rosen though. That's a little early to buy him. Can
He
make
know what he
What's
doing.
up, TD? It's been a
He
while.
know what he doing.
Yes.
What's up, man?
Might as well buy a Chad Henne jersey.
Man, just keeping it live. Man, we've caught a few W's
Guys.
since I last been on here.
You're right, Nick.
You're absolutely right,
Does
Nick.
he have an E in his name though?
Oh, I ain't never asked DeVore, man. What you think about what Tannehill doing, man?
I predicted it. Everybody want to sit back and hate on my boy Tannehill, and they still hating on him. I'll be the first
They
one to
won't give
tweet.
it up.
Tannehill, what is he like? Sitting at
I love it.
85% completion percentage right now. Insanity, you a hater. I see it on your face. But
I'm not a hater. I'm just tired of the talk.
it's 85% completion percentage, averaging what 280 yards passing a game, 3 touchdowns a game. Come on now.
And that ain't even including the rushing touchdowns.
And that ain't even including the rushing touchdown, especially against the Chiefs. Did you see him lower that shoulder and run that safety over, put everything on the line?
Yes,
That's a player you want to play for.
I know people call me a hater.
No,
I don't know why. I really don't.
that boy's a baller. He's a baller. You can't say nothing negative about him. He balling right now. And then we're gonna shut the naysayers up by saying Ryan Tannehill ain't never took his team to the playoffs. It's about to change this year.
I never said that.
I didn't say you. I said I'm talking about some of these folks in the fan base because I read quite a few comments over the past 8 years that Tannehill is a terrible quarterback and Tannehill cannot get us over the hump. Tannehill's this, Tannehill's that. But at the end of the day, Tannehill was never surrounded with an offensive line. You can't even name me one consistent offensive line except for the Unicorns. You can't.
Man, every week I get hurt more and more lately. I just feel worse and worse about that situation, man. Like literally.
Like my man put his neck on the line. You know he was peeing blood. I gave him some extra respect when I got that report. I think that was 2015 when Tannehill was the most sacked quarterback during that season. He was peeing blood. And y'all keep on saying Tannehill could never get us over a hump. But guess what Tannehill does do though?
Win.
And when it comes down to that last stretch of games, Tannehill will put it on the line. Tannehill will put you in the street.
I think everyone just said that they weren't going to the Super Bowl. It wasn't about the playoffs.
Man, they said that too.
I'm not worried about the playoffs. I mean, a Super Bowl. I'm talking about the playoffs. You gotta still build up to that. I think the Titans, they had the winning formula to go to the Super Bowl, but that's a little bit of a stretch. If he goes on to be
great, it's gonna be worse than Drew Brees. You know why? We talk about we could have drafted Drew Brees, but we actually drafted this one and still lost out.
You mean signed Drew
Brees? I said the Cavs
oh my god.
Listen, and
okay, I can't believe we're actually comparing Ryan Tannehill and Drew Brees. Like, you're literally talking about the most accurate quarterback of all time. Like, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Man, like I said, I told Titans fans that Tannehill was better than Mariota. I told Titans fans that they should start Tannehill. They told me I was crazy. They've all apologized. But see, I don't know why to the Dolphins fan base, I got to coddle the man, pat him down, rub him, and present him as a shining ornament for you guys to say that, what's the name? That someone doesn't hate him. Tannehill has not done anything for people to hate him. People hate the patient.
But y'all hating on Josh Rosen already, so this cycle is starting to continue on again.
Insanity over and over, man. See, and look at this, man. Mike talked about Tannehill had 2 Pro Bowl offensive linemen in 2016. The man got hurt. The man got hurt. So what's your point? I don't get it, man.
Like I said, if you give Tannehill a running game and a defense, he will ball out.
That's any quarterback.
So if I say the man not elite, and people say I'm a hater because I say he's not elite, then what does that mean? Do I have to say that every quarterback out here is elite?
Right, no, you're right, Insanity. You can't say that for any quarterback because Dak Prescott got the same thing, and you see what's happening to them. So it's not just for any quarterback just to have a line and have a running game. You got to also have the moxie to win. And sometimes
but Dak Prescott, when they shut down the run game, he ain't doing the same thing.
Yeah, no. CTD. That's why I disagree with you because look, Dak
he ain't doing the same thing when they shut down the run. They caused it.
This year's a little different. And that's last year and the year before that, then we can say that. But this year, he's actually balling when he ain't got no running game.
Listen, I will say this: for most of the seasons that Tannehill played, we were always in a playoff race. Correct, for the most part. especially on the back end, we were always in the playoff picture late, right?
Yes. We just
Did
couldn't
we never
win in
make
December.
Yeah, we did. We
Bro,
won in
y'all
December. There was other teams that
That's all
were
I'm gonna
in
say.
playoff contention that knocked us out.
That's all
Well,
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying that's normally when Tannehill used to get knocked out for the season, right about
He got knocked
that
out
time.
once for the season.
Once.
Yeah.
Thank you. Once.
The man got hurt
No, I'm
one
saying,
time for the season,
there's been so many times I've had my
and
hopes
then
up
had
and
an
I was
injury
like,
back to back.
listen, there's been so many times we were in the playoff picture and we were like, oh, the Dolphins control their destiny. If they win this, if they win that, they're fine, they're in. How many times did we do it as a team? I'm not putting it all on Tannehill. I'm saying as a team, how many times did we do it? Okay,
Well,
the team
none,
can't get it
because
done.
the
Can your
trash
quarterback
coaches
get
we
it done?
had.
No, you know what I mean?
No.
That's all I'm saying on the thing. That's all I'm
The
saying.
trash
But
coaches
see,
we
I agree
had.
with you on that, Insanity. I agree with you on that because I put a lot of that on Adam Gase. I'm sorry, I put a lot of
We
that
as
on
a team
him.
couldn't get it done.
I'm
and
sorry,
Tannehill
Adam
couldn't do
Gase
that
wasn't
either.
the only head coach for the Miami Dolphins. I think you need to retract
It's
that
just
statement.
sad. It's
No,
just,
I can't.
it's just sad.
Well,
The
Philbin
reason
was
why-
trash. Philbin
Yeah.
was trash.
That's true. But what I'm saying is the thing about Gase that I really did not like, Gase did not know how to make adjustments after halftime. He never did and never would because he always
What?
wanted to try to throw the ball.
He took the
never wanted
Dolphins to the
run.
playoffs in his first
Yes.
year.
Listen, can I tell you
Yes,
something?
but at the same
If
time,
Gase-
how did they do it? They
If
did it
Gase was trying to throw the ball,
more than they did.
what was he trying to
Yes.
do? He was trying to prove that he could fix
He was
Tannehill.
trying to prove it. Exactly. And
He
so
didn't do
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
What you
Gase-
mean he didn't do it? He had his best season under
You know what?
Gase.
I am not having an argument about a guy that's not on this
He had
team no
his
more.
best
Who
season
cannot
under
win
Gase.
anything
What you
for
mean
me
he
unless
was
he
trying to
wins in
prove it? It's
Tennessee
been
and gets me a
proven.
better draft pick.
It's been proven. So
No.
what do we?
What's been proven? Great one.
That Gase fixed Tannehill that year. Well, to be honest with you, I thought the Bill Laser offense was.
We had that O line. We had
What?
that
Yeah, the O-line fixed it. Yeah.
What fixed Tannehill?
was our best O-line.
Nobody
Who fixed-
fixed Tannehill.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me backtrack.
What are
Let me
you talking
backtrack the
about?
word
Hold on.
fix.
And
Hold
Taylor
on.
Let me
Six
go
did
ahead
that
and
running
say
game part. Don't
he
do
made
that,
him-
Greg Wendell
he made
Moore.
him
Go look at the
efficient.
numbers.
He made him efficient.
Nobody-
But to be honest with you, I think the
nobody
best
fixed
offense
him.
Tannehill was in was that Bill Laser offense. That was the best offense he was in.
Yeah, nobody fixed him because he always had it. We just never had the things around it to
Yes.
complement it.
If it wasn't Tannehill
That's
getting
simple.
hurt, it was Devontae Parker. If it wasn't Devontae Parker, it was the tight
The
end. If
O-line,
it wasn't the
the
tight end,
Brandon
it was
Albert.
one of the offensive linemen.
Pouncey always got hurt.
Yes,
Brandon
Pouncey,
Albert got hurt. Like,
Jai got hurt.
if we kept that unicorn
Aaron
line
Foster
together,
got hurt.
if we kept
Oh,
that
yes.
unicorn line together, then Tannehill probably wouldn't have got hurt.
I tell you, that's the
I'm
truth.
sorry, that unicorn line was overrated. I'm sorry.
And people
No,
forget-
Production doesn't back
no, that's where you
people
wrong, great
forget-
one.
people
That
forget
that
at the
line was
beginning
so
of the year-
overrated from the right guard position to the right tackle.
Oh no, I can't say that because look at what they
what's
were
that in the
averaging
field?
per rush. They were
Crowder got
averaging
another touchdown.
5.1 yards per rush with that unicorn offensive line, and that is in the top 10 as far as your run game.
Who was the
And
right
that's
guard?
what they needed.
Who was the right guard?
The right guard, that was a Tunsil. Tunsil, wait, it was Tunsil. It was Brendan
It was
Albert.
Albert, Tunsil, Pouncey. Who was
Pouncey.
that right guard?
It was you wanted Billy Turner, wasn't it?
Nope.
James was the tackle, and the guard was
Steen.
Yeah.
Who?
It was Steen. Where he at?
No, not Steen. It was my man that came from Chicago.
No, it wasn't Larson. No, it wasn't Larson. It was Steen.
No, not Larson. No, not Larson, because he just retired.
Bushrod. You're right, Bushrod.
Bushrod.
Where Bushrod
Yes.
at?
Bushrod retired. See, that's what I'm saying.
Was he an all-star guard or tackle, whatever
He
he
was
played?
with Chicago.
He played everywhere
Yes,
on the
he was
line.
all pro. Yes, he did. He did. And it was then when Brendan Albert went to Gase and told him, said, look, let's run the ball. When they started running the ball, the Dolphins got unpredictable on offense and began to win games. And that's what made them very successful because Tannehill wasn't required to sit up and just try to pass the ball. They had some.
We've been trying to run the ball.
Let
me stop you right there. We've been trying to run the ball.
No,
you know who was starting running back that was that year?
Arian Foster.
Arian Foster was the starting back.
But
Adam
he got
Gase
hurt
benched
the fourth
Jed
game.
Guy. I forgot why he benched him, but he benched him, and he
Wasn't
ended
trying
up
to
getting
play.
playing time until like week 5.
Yep,
Ooh,
that's
what a
because
throwback.
Arian got lost for the season. Because remember, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Arian got
He was
lost for the
third
season.
string on the roster though. They
But
was
I'm
talking about putting in Kenyon Drake.
and he did in some respects. Kenyon did come in and spell him. But I'm telling you, with Ajayi being there, that line began to help the running scheme and begin to go. But Gates was one of these coaches that always wanted to emphasize the pass. He didn't want to run. And that's what's killing them now.
And what
You
is
got
Tennessee
Le'Veon
do?
Bell that don't
Run
want
the
to
ball.
run.
Yeah, no.
They can't run the
Y'all are
ball.
forgetting.
And what does
Le'Veon has
Tennessee
to rush
do?
for 80
Run the
yards.
ball.
I'm confused. So us
Listen.
right now, we can't run the ball to save our lives. So isn't that the same thing?
No, that's because we got a bad offensive line. Now
The
this
offensive line was
ain't no
bad
excuse.
then. The
No.
offensive line was bad then. Outside of the
No.
unicorns, the offensive line been bad
No.
until we got the unicorns. So
You
to
can't be
explain
bad
to me,
averaging
all
5.1
the
yards
years
a
when we
rush.
did have an offensive line, it was different.
But
Y'all
I'm
keep
saying-
What's your point?
y'all keep on looking over. Y'all keep on looking over the year when we had Incognito and those boys. If they didn't get in
yeah.
trouble, that would have been good. But
Yeah.
they all the suspended players and all that crap
Oh,
from the
talking about
Billy
with Martin and all them.
Martin was a bum.
Yeah.
Martin was a
I
bum.
ain't
We had to
talking
do
about
something
Martin
at
per
them
se.
tackles.
I
Martin
ain't
was a
talking about
bum.
Martin per se, but Richie Incognito was anchoring that group, man.
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
And,
He had
and
some
then
toughness
he
to the
got
offensive line.
suspended.
Yes.
Then he got suspended, and that ruined the whole season too, because the O line couldn't stop us nothing.
Yes.
That's why I can't stand Chad Henne. He had the perfect offensive line with Jake Long. Who was the left
Buddy,
guard at that time?
he used to overthrow Ted Ginn by like 5
Yeah.
yards. I'm like,
He
how?
used to overthrow Brandon Marshall. He's 6'5".
Yo, Ted Ginn was like the fastest guy in the NFL. He'd overthrow him. I'm like, what?
Those are used to
Remember that
cringe,
Monday
man.
night game against the Jets?
That's why you need people with touch.
He overthrew him on that streak up the middle by like 10 yards, and he was gone. It would tie the game.
He
But
had
see,
the
reason-
best back in football at the time. Ronnie Brown was so underrated at the time. And Ricky
Auburn.
Williams,
Oh,
he
man.
had it made. Had
Yeah.
offensive line, had it made.
about
Had Brandon
2013?
Marshall, had everything going.
Oh, yes.
UK Droma. You said I don't know. People just
That Auburn backfield in college was
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Cadillac
Sean
Williams.
said Jay
Cadillac.
Ajayi made
What was
Tannehill the same way.
Campbell, right?
Henry
Wasn't Campbell the quarterback?
Quarterback, yes. But he came a year before him.
Boy, I just ignored it.
Yeah.
No.
but
Can I say something real quick? Because I know this is gonna
I'm sorry.
bust at Finsanity's heart. I'm sorry. Derrick Henry may not get paid by the Tennessee Titans because of his inconsistency. I'm sorry.
So, in the past 4 games, he has 5.
I don't care. Do it for 16 games.
599
Do it for
yards.
16.
Reason he
Great
said
one.
inconsistency. What did he do the first 5 games?
That's what I say. I say he's the back end of the
That's
schedule
why
type
he's
of running
saying
back.
I need it
How
for
is that gonna bust
16
my heart?
games.
How is that
16
gonna bust my
games.
heart if we're saying the exact same thing? If I say he's the
16
back
games.
end
Because
of the
like I said,
season.
he may
And
not
they
be
don't realize the quarterback is also helping Derrick Henry. People got to respect the pass.
Yeah.
It's opening up the run lane.
He had a
They
big.
have to pick their poison.
They loading the
from
box for
Tannehill.
Marcus Mariota. They know he can't throw the ball past 15 yards.
Exactly. And
Listen.
that's why Henry couldn't run the ball. Now Henry get lanes because of Tannehill. But
Dolphins
they want to put it all on Henry.
Oh, you act like he didn't run the
Listen.
ball well last year, though.
Can I ask you a question? Okay. So are you guys saying that it would be okay if Tennessee let Derrick Henry go?
No.
I wouldn't be opposed to it if they could make the
Unless he
O-line
coming to
better.
Miami, yeah, they better keep him.
Draft the power back in the draft.
At this point, as far as running backs goes, unless you're transcendent talent at running back, I wouldn't pay him.
Listen, you know what, guys, and I'm going to believe y'all. For once in my life, I'm going to agree with y'all. Let Henry go and let Tannehill carry that Tennessee Titans offense, because you know what, Tannehill can do it. And from now on, I'm going to say it. Tannehill, no. Tannehill can do it by himself. God knows he can. God knows he can.
Saturday been drinking that Tannehill juice today.
If you think Derrick Henry's going to run down without getting his money to be in a second round pick,
yeah, but they need to let him go. Exactly, they need to let him
and
go
you
and
know
go in the
what?
draft.
And let him go. Let him go and let Tannehill carry it, and we'll have this conversation next year. I'll be tracking my money.
Draft the next Alabama. Okay, what if they draft the next Alabama running back Fitzgerald.
Hey,
Well,
man,
Now
that's a
we're
different
supposed to get him,
story.
right?
It's a different story. Now Tannehill has another Bama running back to help him carry himself. You know,
Okay, but that's what they're talking about. Not wasting the money. They don't want to get Ezekiel Elliott. They don't want to get Le'Veon Bell. They want to go in the draft potentially and go get the next workhorse.
Mm.
good luck
Everybody's
to them.
getting burnt with the running back. Tell me a running back that ain't burned their team yet on the next big deal in the immediate
Tell
right
me
now.
what Tannehill
Tell
did
me
at
one
third
running
grade.
back who didn't burn their team.
That's right, got injured. My bad. I can't talk about those years.
Oh, Ezekiel Elliott already did that.
If you can name one running back that ain't burned their team yet,
Hold up, 1 second.
you see what I'm saying? And
And
you
quick,
giving a
sorry.
major
You gotta repeat the question. I didn't have both my headphones on. What was the question?
No, I was saying name a running back in the league that didn't burn their team getting the big bucks, setting the market.
I got you.
Who
Name
said
them.
Josh Gordon.
But that's why
Gordon
they
didn't get
they
big
thinking
money
about
then,
going
did
in
he?
the draft. They're thinking about Josh Gordon. Come on, man.
He
They're
didn't get
thinking
big
about
money.
going in the draft and getting another running back early in maybe a first round pick.
Hey, can
That's
y'all
what
We'll see how it
Tennessee's
pans out.
actually doing.
We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, but I want to
Because
be
we did the
like
same thing
Reed.
with Kenyon Drake. We thought Kenyon Drake was going to be able to run it
Sean
with
Alexander was
Tannehill.
a bum too. He
And
was
then
so
what happened?
overrated as a running back.
Well,
But Drake
hey,
was a bum in Alabama, so it don't matter.
well,
Drake wasn't a bum in Alabama. Drake just wasn't a power runner in Alabama. And Alabama had a power running
He was
game,
a bum.
so he never
He
got
was
touches.
Nah, he
But
got
he
to
got
be
his stripes for getting for doing kick returns and punt returns. That's how Drake earned his. Wasn't if he had the big one in the national championship game.
yes,
That's
but
how he got his stripes.
but at the same time, that was one thing that Nick Saban said about Kenyon Drake. It was never that he could not run between the tackles. It's that he had so much speed, we wanted to
Mhm.
get him in space. And that's the same thing that Adam Gase did with him when he was the coach. He never ran Drake up the middle. And just to prove the point that he
That's why
could
we need
do
the
it.
running back out
That,
of Wisconsin.
yes, but yeah, that's true. But I'm saying, remember when Drake played uh the Patriots on Monday Night Football played the
He
Dolphins,
can't run up the middle.
and he went off against the Patriots. All
Mm-hmm.
of his big runs came in the middle of the offensive line. It did not come on the outside in the outside gaps, but between the tackles, and he was running. So
So
Drake can't run up the middle, man.
someone said he ain't Reggie Bush. I'm cracking up.
And somebody said
no,
Le'Veon Bell to my question earlier. Where has Le'Veon Bell since he got his money?
Maybe I'm better gonna get traded.
well, that's
What has
because Gates
Le'Veon
don't
Bell done
like him.
since he got his money?
Gates don't know how to
They need to stop it.
Gates don't
utilize
know how to
Le'Veon
use
Bell.
Le'Veon wasn't productive because they weren't calling plays for Le'Veon
Yeah.
either.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Le'Veon Bell back in Pittsburgh.
What?
And
They
then,
weren't
and
calling
then,
plays for
and
Le'Veon.
then,
They tried to
then
trade
with
for him,
Le'Veon, you got the third string quarterback. Of course, they're going to load the box. What they expect the third string quarterback to go in there and do?
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers tried to trade for Le'Veon at the trade deadline.
Exactly.
Like that's a fact.
Yes, but reason I'm with you. If Miami just got offensive and defensive linemen, I'm so tired of watching us get beat up by teams like the Ravens.
In the trenches.
And yes, in the trenches, I want us to get some size on both sides of the line, offensive and defensive line. I want us to get just like the Cowboys, to whereas when we get our running backs, whoever it might be, I would love for it to be the kid out of Bama, or it could be even somebody like Kylan Hill out of Mississippi State. Somebody
Hey, hold
from
up. What
Tennessee.
about
What's that again?
that? What about that guy out of Wisconsin? That running
Oh,
back.
him too, Taylor.
That's the one I want.
Hey, we could
You
get
going
either one of them, but we need the line that can exactly enforce their will on doing it. I remember when Brian Cox used to play for the Dolphins, he
Oh,
used to say
the
every
big neck pad.
year,
The big neck pad.
yeah. I remember when he played, he said when they played Buffalo, every year Buffalo would tell them when they get to the line of scrimmage, hey, we're gonna run Thurman up the A gap. And we don't think y'all can stop it. And he said, I'd be doggone if they did it and we couldn't stop them.
Stop it. Yeah.
I want us to get the kind of line that can do exactly that. We can enforce our
Exactly.
will and do what we gotta do. Then we can sit up here and say what our quarterback can do, what our running game can
Can I
do.
ask you something? Because I actually haven't been on the panel with you before, and I'm just guessing you were around in '92. I still remember it. I was 7, going on
Baby,
8.
I was around in '69. I've been
Okay,
following the Dolphins since
so
'69.
you've been around. So why does everyone forget that Marino went to the AFC Championship that year? Seems a lot of Dolphins fans even forget that too. It's like I don't know whether a lot of them are young or whether a lot of them want to blank it out because of how well built the Bills were at the time.
Because he ain't
They
get
remember.
this.
They just
He
all
didn't
they
get this.
remember
No,
is that he
everyone always
went to
brings
the
up
Super Bowl
84.
and lost.
Everyone always brings up 84.
Yes.
And they never bring up the AFC how we went to a second AFC championship.
Hey, look, and when it comes to the Dolphins, everybody want to bring up the perfect season in '72. But if you look at the Dolphins' record and look up their stats, the '73 team and the '74 team were better than the '72 team.
Absolutely.
They were legit. That was a fire team.
Yeah, they won over like 24 games in a row between 72 and 73, I think.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I watched them all. I remember when they hired Don Shula. And I remember that day because I was a Baltimore Colts fan with my mom when he had won the Super Bowl finally with Johnny Unitas.
Wow. That's
I'm telling
crazy.
you, man. And I remember it, and when he came to Miami, me and my mom, we said, we are now Dolphins fans. And they can do it. And I'm telling you, and I like the way Flores does it because Flores said that we should win every game. That's the kind of coach that Miami has, and that's what they're going to do. I cannot wait. But I'm going to get off of here. Y'all, I love it. TD, keep it up. Insanity, keep him straight. Because, like I said, between y'all and EM and Mr. Ball Game, and also Great One, man, this be some fire content and reason. Man, keep bringing the noise, bro. Keep bringing the noise. Y'all take it easy.
God bless you.
Ain't none of them know what they be talking about, man. But all right, I'll see you later.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Jordan's still the GOAT. I didn't get to say that earlier, but Michael Jordan the GOAT.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I can't even believe that's a discussion.
Exactly. I don't even know why we having this discussion. Like
I overheard that conversation. Since you're on YouTube so much, YouTube Michael Jordan versus Detroit Pistons. LeBron James will be crying within the second quarter.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Listen, I come on YouTube to be here for these amazing Dolphin fans, and that's it. That is it.
Listen, LeBron will win a championship this year, and they gonna wake up again. Told you he to go 3 teams, 3 championships.
Man, listen.
Yep. I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna hear it. Mm-hmm.
4 and 6. 4 and 6.
Guys, listen, and I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. For people who think, see, this is the thing. For people who think and know, I guess, that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, why do y'all waste your breath then? Like, if something is a fact, then you don't have to spend time trying to prove it.
I got kicked out of my class for saying that was a fact.
A debate to be had. And the fact that there's a debate, we can have it.
Here's why, Finsanity. When you're like guys like me, I mean, we're starting to get a little older, all right? A little bit more mature, right? And we start to realize that generations don't understand. You know, they don't have the information. It ain't that they don't know that he's the greatest. They just don't have the information to process that he is. They didn't live it. They didn't witness it. So you try to help them out. You try to tell them why. You try to tell them what to look for. But it's hard because all they know is what they saw. That's all they know.
I like the way you said that, TD. I like the way you said it.
And then when they see the highlights of Jordan, they already turned off because the quality, it wasn't HD, 1080p or 4K. So they already turned off. They can't stand to see Jordan, the games commentated with Jordan when it wasn't black and white. It was when color first came out. But when you look at color when it first came out, it still looked black and white compared to today. They ain't used to that. You know, they're like, oh, this that old time stuff. I don't need to watch it.
Chef Drew gave me a great gumbo recipe that I'm gonna cook this weekend. And while I'm making that gumbo and letting it marinate and simmer down, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go because I mean I've seen Jordan play. I don't get why people think that I think certain things that I don't think. Like I just entertain people trying to explain things that I know already. You feel me? But if you want to take the time, like somebody said, Brian Scalabrine. If you want to sit here and tell me why you think Brian Scalabrine is the GOAT, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna entertain it. You feel me?
Scalabrine is the GOAT, baby. Scalabrine.
Someone said love over Shebron. So somebody called him Shebron. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and tell me why he is Shebron. I love to hear all this type of stuff because you want to know why? It's knowledge. And knowledge is power in this world.
I take Kobe too over LeBron. So basically, LeBron will be third in my book.
Him again with Tim. Oh, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. Tim.
I know.
Let me tell you this, Insanity. You know how LeBron James could have been the GOAT? I really think he could have been the GOAT. The problem is he never played in a system. He never played in the system and showed that he could throw. Why do you think they talk about Kawhi so much? It ain't an isolation one-on-one. He does what he does in a system efficiently. But LeBron has always been the guy trying to do it all by himself. People talk about James Harden today. LeBron ushered all that crap in. All that one-on-one ball doing it himself. I'll never forget. When you look at, I remember the game in Cleveland. Paul Pierce versus LeBron James. LeBron James put up like 45 points and Paul Pierce put up 42. But Paul Pierce's 42 all came in the flow of that offense. It all came in the system. It took less attention off of him, but it also gave him his touches in the right spots and the right things to be able to make plays. But it's different when you got a guy bringing the ball down the court, trying to do everything, trying to be the offense. It just gets oversaturated and there's nothing magical about it. And that's the difference between him and Jordan. Everything he did was magical. Magical.
TD. So you talking about how these guys played in the system, right? LeBron James, none of his coaches, none of them will ever be in the conversation of Phil Jackson, Doc Rivers, or Greg Popovich.
Okay.
So, what do you want from the man? To create his own system?
No.
That's coaching and don't put a coaching situation on him.
Insanity. Every coach in the NBA has a system. The difference with LeBron being on these coaches' system, as soon as he get the ball inbounded to him and he touches chest, everybody know, okay, this is his play. That's the difference. He don't know how to get his within a coach's system, nor has he ever tried.
Isn't LeBron that one coach, I forget his name, the African American coach? Isn't he now an assistant coach on the Golden State Warriors? So that means he never got another head coaching job. I think he might have been at the Knicks for 5 seconds, but that means he never got another chance because they sold it. Listen, you had one of the best players in the world at that time, and if you could not create a system for him to work, because LeBron wanted to pass the ball, the media was telling him shoot. Oh, LeBron James needed to develop a jump shot. Oh, LeBron James needed to do everything that LeBron James needed to do. He did, and y'all never recognized that. But then he got to the point where he said, "You know what? I don't care anymore. You need to develop a jump shot." He did that. They said he needs to go.
LeBron wasn't coachable. LeBron wasn't coachable by the greats.
They were like, "Oh, he shouldn't be playing point guard. He needs to get down in the post." He did that. So I don't know.
We're talking about a man who had a choice to go wherever he wanted to go. He could have went out there with Greg Popovich. He could have played for Doc Rivers.
He went to play with
He could have played for any coach he wanted to, but he ran from it because you know why? They're gonna make sure that he plays his system and don't tap his chest and say this is my play.
Yeah, he went to a sissy coach. That's where he goes, sissy coach.
He always goes to a coach he can run over. He always go to a coach he can run over. He will always go to a coach he can run over. He ran from the top coaches that would have a system in play and tell him you need to run this system. He would never play for a coach like that. Like I said, when LeBron gets that ball in bounds and he tap his chest, all the players go to the wing because they already know he wants this play. That's what LeBron James has been in his career.
He wanted to play with his best friend and someone he sees as his brother. And y'all indicted him that.
Yeah. After he couldn't win. in a weak East.
You know how you say EM moves the goalposts? The media in the world has been moving the goalposts on LeBron James all this time. I don't care.
He moved his own goalposts.
He couldn't beat Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh,
He
that don't
moved
know
his own
magic. You mean with
goalposts.
Turkaloo in them? You mean with Turkaloo and them?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes, with
man.
Turkaloo
Oh
in
my
them.
gosh.
With
Who did you
Turkaloo
have?
in them.
Igalskis or whatever that dude was? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And Varejao, where's Varejao at? Don't nobody know where Varejao is. Maybe he back in Brazil.
He got a ring. He got a ring with the
Y'all talk about
Warriors. He got
didn't
a
run
ring.
over Coach Spo.
And
Y'all
Varejao did not
he didn't
contribute
run.
an inch to that.
They say he didn't run over Coach Spo. As many things that came out about the arguments that they had. Hey, come on, y'all. Like, if some of y'all Miami Heat fans, y'all don't know half of what y'all talk about. There were too many times where they had arguments under Coach Spo. And one of the reasons why I never blew up in Miami is because you had 3 All-Stars. They all had.
Give me your ring. Oh, you mean my engraved dolphin ring?
And even the year when they finally got over the hump against Boston, the only reason they got over the hump because Paul Pierce and KG got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them got hurt. The same game Rondo put up 44 when Dwayne Wade fouled him on the baseline and they never called it when Celtics was down by 2. Same game Rondo put up 44 points in game, what was it, 6 or 7? It was game 6 or 7 for y'all to advance, I think, just to go lose to Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I don't know. I think that was the game just to go lose to Dallas. You finally got over the hump and then when they lost to Dallas.
Itty bitty Jason Terry checking you.
And it didn't even matter.
You know what? I've learned that.
About we moving the goalposts, he kept moving it himself.
I've learned this, okay? And I've just learned that people who like MJ, and this whole time you've been sitting here trying to debunk LeBron instead of trying to prove, like when you try to prove that because in geometry, right? No, because in geometry, right? In geometry, they do things called proofs, like where you have to prove that a certain shape. You know what a proof is, right? And you prove that a certain shape or item is what you're trying to claim is by proving facts about it. All y'all been sitting here doing right now to me is trying to give me reasons to debunk LeBron instead of giving me facts about. Listen.
Give me facts about what? Give me facts about what?
I get it.
Many facts you want. What facts about what?
Giving me facts on why Michael Jordan is the GOAT to y'all. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't disagree with anyone who says Michael Jordan is the GOAT. That's what y'all don't understand. If you say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, I agree with you. If you say LeBron James is the GOAT, I agree with you. It really doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. That's the thing. Like, y'all make it seem like it matters to me. And if you really were to know me, LeBron James is my favorite player, yes. But does it matter to me if people consider him the GOAT? No, because at the end of the day, will he be my favorite player?
What's Tom Brady's record in the Super Bowl?
Oh man, like
what's Tom Brady's record in the Super Bowl?
6-3. 3. He lost twice to the Giants and once to the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
6-3, right?
3.
Reverse.
Would Tom Brady be the GOAT right now if he was 3-6? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Because listen, y'all list Tom Brady as the GOAT. Like I said, everything is a matter of opinion, like when this stuff comes out.
What do you think people would think he's the GOAT if he was 3-6?
Probably say Montana.
Depends how he got it. I mean, like, does he still have all the wins and all that? And it's just that he went up.
He can have all the wins and everything, but he lost a lot of Super Bowls.
I'd probably say Montana then. Montana never lost.
People gonna start saying Montana in the next couple of weeks.
Man, listen, like I said, for people who think Michael Jordan is a GOAT, I'm with you. If you say LeBron to go, I'm with you. If you think Tim Duncan is to go, I'm not with you.
Because we're trying to keep you on the right side. You cannot you can't say you with somebody who feel like LeBron is to go.
Can I tell you something? Listen, and I'm gonna tell
I'm
you,
looking out for you by saying that.
We grew up watching different things, watching different eras. Okay, when y'all grew up, Michael Jordan was that hero to y'all. Now kids growing up, LeBron James was that hero to them. It's the same thing. So what I'm saying is don't.
That's bad when the generation got a
It's a
losing
matter of
hero.
opinion and belief, and the fact that it's kind of like when someone is like, "Oh, I believe in God, but I don't believe in Jesus." Oh, you're Muslim. Oh, I believe in God, and I also believe in Jesus. Oh, you're a Christian, but you still believe in the same God. You feel me? So
Michael
you still
Jordan
believe that
was
there's a higher
God.
power of God. So my thing is
Michael
like,
Jordan was God.
you can't, huh?
Michael Jordan was God.
That's blasphemy. And we're not going to have blasphemy on here. But what I'm saying is sometimes when people have a belief that is so deep in them, I've learned that you cannot have this conversation openly because y'all grew up, Michael Jordan was that hero to you. He was in all the commercials. He was doing all the merch. He had all the shoes and all that. It's the exact same thing for people.
You're right. It's just sad when we look back at a new generation.
And it's crazy that y'all
a
don't see it.
a losing
It's crazy.
hero.
So the fact that we're still having this conversation.
That's all I'm saying.
If-
It's just sad when we look at
If, you,
today's generation.
if the
and
fact
have
that
a
we're still having this
losing hero.
conversation is crazy to me because
They have a losing hero. This generation has a losing hero.
I was in high school when LeBron James went into the NBA. I was chewing Bubblicious lemonade gum when that joint dropped. So I was a part of both eras. It's still Michael Jordan.
That's you. But see, you had both. So now I can understand your opinion. You had both. At the end of the day,
I had both.
Katie, I don't believe either one of y'all. What are y'all, 85? 85?
I'm 34, actually. I'll be 34.
You were born in 85, right?
Yeah, that means I had both.
No. So that to me, that means you grew up idolizing Michael Jordan. There's a difference.
No, see, I was going to say, hold on. So I grew up, hold on. First thing, my first two sports are football and hockey. So I'm a big-time Dolphins fan. I'm a big-time Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Okay, so I grew up idolizing Dan Marino and Mario Lemieux. Okay, but Michael Jordan, when you take the best of every sport, so whether people say it was Wayne Gretzky, whether people say for hockey, whether people say it was Babe Ruth for baseball, Hank Aaron, whoever you want to say for each sport, Barry Bonds, whatever claim you want to make, Michael Jordan is the best of all the best of every sport. That's why I have him where I have him. So, like, what he did in basketball to me was more amazing than what Gretzky did in hockey. And some of Gretzky's records will never, ever be touched. And I still say what Jordan did, Jordan should have won 8 straight. The only reason Hakeem Olajuwon has 2 rings is because he went and played baseball. Like, we're talking like modern day
Jordan took time off to
talking,
go play basketball.
We're talking modern
baseball.
day Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain dominance. Like, LeBron didn't do that.
Straight. You're right. He should have had 8 straight.
He should have.
Came back and still won a championship.
And look at, and
3 4 in a row.
But I feel like y'all are preaching to the choir because no matter what y'all say to me, I'm going to understand what you're going to say. Like, there's nothing you can say about Michael Jordan that has not been drilled into my head by my father. So everything you guys are saying to me,
dude,
I was there when Braun came out.
That's not what we're saying.
LeBron James is my favorite player. I never said he was the GOAT. I said he was my favorite player. And y'all, and this is what I say. Listen to what I say. Take 5 seconds to listen to what I say. I said LeBron James is my favorite player. And if you say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, I'm with you on that. If you say LeBron James is the GOAT, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that because you're not there. But this is what y'all want me to say. Y'all want me to say out of my mouth that MJ is the GOAT. I will never, ever say it. But if
Tracy McGrady's my favorite player.
I will never say
that was one of my favorite players.
I will never say it. It's sad.
You're playing the fence, insanity. You got 2 votes for insanity. You're playing the fence. That's why.
I'm not playing the fence. Because listen, I'm going to tell you this. I cannot remember a game live watching Michael Jordan. So like now I guess people can start putting me in an age bracket. So no, I've never seen it live. I don't recall that. So guess what?
I think you did. You saw him on the Wizards when he was old. I think that's what it is.
I did remember the Wizards. I do remember that era.
I think that's what it is right there.
When he missed the dunk in the All-Star game when he was on the Wizards. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he had a breakaway dunk and it rimmed out on him when he was with the Wizards.
Makes sense.
I had amnesia reason. That was just a terrible look. I have
but here's the thing. At the end of the day,
think the people who think that Jordan is the greatest of all time, they just feel bad for the younger people who never got to witness it.
Yeah.
They never got to saw it. So whenever they hear them say out of their mouth that LeBron is the GOAT, we just get sad. It's like they have a hero, a losing hero.
That's what it is.
Hero, and they don't understand what it is to literally. They don't like. This is the epitome of the word GOAT. It's the epitome of it.
Dude, he crushed
three. Y'all idolize
That
this
man
man
broke
so
heart.
much. And
Man, do you understand the sweatsuit back then? The sweatsuits that used to make all the noise. I had that full Bulls joint going on with the jersey underneath, with the little pin, with the little straps on the side. Rip that joint off.
My daddy told me that idols do fall. You feel me? So y'all idolize this man too much.
That's what gets you in trouble. You said we not listening to the words you say, but you just said y'all idolize this man too much. That's our point. If you watched him, you'd understand why.
Yeah.
That's why. It's sad.
Insanity. We've seen both play, and based off of what we have seen, Jordan is the better player.
And he was hold on.
Both.
He was just as big of a legend off the court, because I don't know if you ever heard, but Gary Payton's talked about it. He said he showed up because all the All-Star weekend, all the legends get together and they do like in-house poker. Yo, Jordan showed up with a golf bag and was just pulling out bricks of cash every time he banked out on his hands, and was just slamming it down. Like, that's why Antoine Walker went broke. Because he tried to keep up gambling with Jordan, and Jordan's making like $100,000.
$100 million.
There wouldn't be no shoe deal without Michael Jordan, Insanity. It'd be no shoe deal.
Never be. There wouldn't be shoe deals without Jordan.
We'd still be wearing booty shorts right now if it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
Put it this way. Who do you see on every jersey and every shoe? What brand you see? Jumpman, right?
Jumpman.
How many times
there would be no LeBron if it wasn't for Jordan.
Not saying anything that I have. I feel like y'all trying to give me an intervention, and it's just like I'm about to be like, oh my god,
into the trap,
guys. And here's the thing. I never said Michael was not the GOAT. Those words never came out of my mouth. So why are y'all giving me a lecture? All I said was that LeBron is my favorite player.
Because it's unacceptable to support people that feel LeBron is the GOAT. That's why.
I never said that. I never said that either. Like, that's the thing.
Blasphemy. You can't support people who feel. You just said if you think that LeBron is the GOAT, I agree.
People will give you stats why they believe it. If you can give me some, like, people will give stats and that support what they believe. Okay. People will give stats, and you know what I've learned? People will give you a lot of stories about Michael Jordan. When it's not Michael Jordan, they give you stories. Like, they'll give you stories about, like, when he played in the Garden after coming back off of, like, a broken ankle or something like that. They give you stories about the legend of Michael Jordan. He's a legend.
Huh? 6-0. That's all you.
Exactly. I have all these stories, so he has become a legend. Okay.
6-0.
And here's the thing. What I'm saying is that oh my gosh, I dad really put the question.
6-0. 6-0. 6-0.
Here's the thing.
6-0. The man never
lost. Talk trash to whoever he's gone. He said, "I'm gonna drop 60 on you tonight."
Listen,
and he do it.
He'll go in the other locker room.
Where they calling Ray Allen like Black Jesus or something? Like, come on, man. Like, it's just so many legends out there. There's so many football legends out there.
When he sat back and blocked Patrick Ewing, that's my moment right there. When he chased down blocked Patrick Ewing,
this is not Insanity's, and like, you should do this. The intervention of Insanity. Like, you should snip this out.
People sleep on his defensive game too.
He was a defensive MVP.
9-time defensive team.
Jordan is still fear.
How many all defensive teams Jordan got? LeBron.
Like 5 or 6.
In Jordan?
And 9. And Jordan's been defensive player of the year, and LeBron never has.
And MVP at the same time. Say it right.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year and MVP at the same time.
And
that has never happened with LeBron.
Listen, it's all right, Finsanity. We just trying to help you, okay? You have to let it go.
Titty, listen. Can I say something? And I mean it's from the bottom of my heart.
No, we still
I am okay with what you guys feel.
I'm not okay that you don't understand what we're saying.
I understand what you say. Listen, Sis 007 has like, I'm telling you, if there is one person who loves Michael Jordan,
And he's seen them, and he's seen them both. He's seen them both.
It's my dad. It's Sis 007. And I'm pretty sure when I walk up them steps, he will be there standing, looking down at me.
He's right.
He better just.
Hey, Sis, did I say that earlier? She said she was having this argument about Jesus. He was Jesus.
He better look down them stairs and just say 6-0.
Listen, don't give him no ideas. He got to go to work
6-0.
Listen,
do you know what 6-0 means? Do you know what the 0 means?
Never lost.
Perfect.
Never lost.
Perfect.
Finals might.
That man was a killer. That man was a killer.
I feel like they ain't never lose in the playoffs though. Like, oh my god.
Byron Russell still. Byron.
Like, I feel like the man never lost a series in his life. Like, Jesus.
He never lost a championship game.
Byron
Russell championship when it mattered.
Never lost a championship game.
He went to the ship and he fought his A game every time.
That year wasn't nobody ever going to compete with the way they were shooting threes that year. It was crazy.
No, hold on, pause. Let's let her daddy educate him. Let's go ahead and let him.
I can't read no more. I'm blind. What did he say?
You know what he said.
He should have been the MVP when he was playing baseball too.
Listen. Oh my gosh. Dad, get out of here.
I'm gonna hop off the ship on that one.
Get out of here. Oh my God.
No, I mean like he should have been the NBA MVP when he was playing baseball.
Now I'm a Jordan hater. I do not hate Jordan. Listen, I do not hate Jordan. I do not hate Jordan. When people say Jordan doesn't go, I don't disagree with them. Listen, just because I'm a neutral party and I don't care to debate this, it's like people have evidence on both sides. It's kind of like a hung jury. You feel me? You ever heard of a hung jury? This is a hung jury.
Now you know how he.
The real discussion should be Kobe or LeBron, and I probably got Kobe in that one anyway.
I'm taking Kobe. Kobe a killer.
Yeah.
He's more Jordan than LeBron is.
It's something to say about being
I don't want to admit that MJ. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Chris. I am way too young to have watched MJ. Y'all have
I just told you what you gotta do. I told you what you gotta do. You gotta go on YouTube and type in Jordan versus the Pistons. That's all you need to watch.
Listen, can I just say something? And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. The fact that y'all have my dad come down here and put up a 6 around me is horrible. This is horrible.
Man, LeBron should have seen them Michael Jordan posters I had in my house, boy. I had one laminated in the glass case.
LeBron was even better than Karl Malone, man.
Listen, I'm just saying, I don't idolize any player, okay? I don't have any player like on like any type of pedestal. Like, and that's across all sports. I don't like to be like, oh my gosh. But like, see me, Crosby. My favorite hockey player of all time. But I know Gretzky's better. I mean, like, who doesn't know that? But to me, I will always love Crosby because I had Crosby. See, that's the thing.
I worship Michael Jordan. I worship Michael Jordan.
Exactly. And that right there is horrible.
No, it's not. That man was doing some unhuman-like things.
Michael Jordan was the only one in sports that everybody who had their own team was still a fan.
Dominique was a poor man Jordan. Wow.
But who they comparing him to? Any player in any sport. Who they comparing him to?
Michael Jordan. Than Kobe.
Yeah, he's a Michael Jordan.
Oh, Great One Divorce. I don't know what happened to Great One Divorce.
Y'all ain't finna keep me on this. I'm about to go to sleep messing with y'all. We're gonna let this 75 soak this in her brain while she sleep tonight, man. Jordan's a goal, ain't even no question. All right, ain't even no close second.
But here's the thing, though, and I don't get why everyone in the comment section is coming for me just because I never said.
That should be a message. That should be a message to you.
It's like, oh my gosh, she has to say it to validate it. Oh my gosh, like if she doesn't say it, she's wrong. At the end of the day, I do not put LeBron on the pedestal.
Now you know how EM feels about the Tua stuff. That was your little.
No, and here's the thing. I just feel like at the end of the day, I don't idolize no man on this earth. I don't put any man on a pedestal on this earth because that's not what I was taught to do. But I mean, you guys have your opinions, and you guys have, you know, how you feel about certain things. You guys grew up with this man, so I say you guys idolize him.
MJ.
We grew up with both men.
So at the end of the day, that's just how y'all feel. Like, I don't understand why people get upset when people don't say that. Like, no one is obligated to say that. And this is like how people, like how you have difference of opinions. Just because you have different opinions doesn't mean you agree or disagree. You know what I mean? Just because I won't say it doesn't mean I don't think it or I don't know it. I just don't care to say it. I don't care to say anything that I don't want to say. I know how I feel in my heart, but hearing you guys go out of your way, and this is what I love about Jordan lovers. Y'all will go out of y'all way for hours, for days, for lifetimes, trying to prove that this man is the best thing ever. And that man ain't did nothing for you but take your money and have you looking fly. So congratulations on that, because that man never cared a shit about you. But look at all the philanthropical work that LBJ does, giving back, creating schools and stuff like that. This man going to donate some money to a local basketball team that may cost him about like
Jordan got his awards to pay for.
No, horrible. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. The idolization that comes. And the systemic idolization that comes. Y'all, like, I don't go out and buy pairs of Jordans. But
we're keeping it all about sports here. I mean, it is. Now, if we're going to sit here and have a conversation about what somebody did in the community and everything, then LeBron James is the GOAT. But we are having a conversation about the best basketball player of all time.
Listen, can I just say something? At the end of the day, no one ever just asked. All I said was LeBron, my favorite player, but no one ever cared to ask. Jasmine, who is the GOAT to you? No one cared to ask. Y'all just assumed that because I said LeBron was my favorite. It's time to go to bed. Leave me alone.
Because you avoided. I asked you that earlier. You said next question.
If you did ask me that, I didn't.
Next question.
Did you ask me that?
Yeah, you said next question.
So we take LeBron as your favorite player, right?
One day you will be a married man and you will have to stop buying that because you will have kids and a wife to take care of. So congratulations to you on that. So save it up now. Make sure you keep it crispy and clean in the box, nicely folded, because one day you will realize you have other priorities other than Jordan in your life.
Yo, you call us Jordan lovers, but you sound like a bitter LeBron fan.
I take it you're a big time LeBron fan, correct?
Huh?
You're a big time LeBron fan, I take it.
No, because at the end of the day, if the Heat are playing him, I'm hoping that the Heat win. I hope he has a good game, but I would still want the Heat to win. Like, so I mean,
LeBron has a lot of fans because he went to so many teams and gathered them.
Wrong. I mean, I like LeBron when he played, especially when he played for the Miami Heat. He got his 3 rings.
Never a LeBron fan until he came to Miami.
I
he
just
hated LeBron, and then all of a sudden he was a big LeBron fan.
I am not triggered, Duval. You haven't seen me triggered. If you think this is me,
listen, man. The end of the day conclusion is Jordan is the GOAT, and the younger generation has a losing hero. At the end of the day, the young generation has a losing hero. Their hero has a losing record, man. I guess that's how it work in today's world. All right.
Oh man, yeah, crazy.
It's all right, man.
How you doing, Elder? I'm sorry. Let me be more respectful to you. How you doing, Elder? I did not mean
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm confused though. Didn't you grow up watching Kobe? How didn't that translate? Like didn't you get to see Kobe every year of Kobe?
And Kobe idolized Jordan. He wanted to actually fashion his game around Jordan. He asked Jordan, "How do you get better?"
Like the newer generation, they have no. There should be no debate. You at least should have been watching Kobe.
I just want to go to bed and pray, and then get home and go to sleep. That's what I want to do right now. Like, cause I feel like this was like a whole intervention that I did not sign up for. Right when DeVore, I blame you for this. I knew you were going to come up here and stir the pot because you always
Part 2 tomorrow night. Finsanity's intervention. Man, I gotta get out of here though, y'all.
I'm trying to exercise the LeBron out of me over here. It's crazy.
I got to get out of here, y'all. Y'all, good night. Love y'all. Appreciate your love and support, man. I'll see y'all soon. All right.
God bless you all. Goodbye.
Jordan, go. Bye. Insanity, give it up, man. You got to give it up.